like the process of brain to hand coordination just wasn't there. And I was getting hit by the knee into launchers all fucking day long. It was just a fucking nightmare, pretty much. Anyway, alright. Well, here we go. We are looking for Claudio. Where the hell is Claudio? Where the hell? There he is.
Claudio Serafino.
Probably only appropriate that I pick his dates. I just get burned out after 14. I am like with any other MMO. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It was fun. We played it for about a good 3 months. It was like me, Kitty Bomber, Bloodhawk, Dio, Good Guy, Asafo Nation, a couple of others, Metallica. It was fun.
Get ready for the next battle.
It was a nice surprise as a person that's played my share of MMOs, quite a few, including the Korean ones. When I was in high school, instead of going to school like an idiot, I was going to internet cafes. This is like the year 2001. And playing all the free shit that was around back then. The Korean MMOs and shit. The grind fests. Huh. Alright, he seems to have a solid backdash. Feels good moving with him. That's a good looking sidestep. And he's like kind of a skinny fellow, so he'll probably sidestep better than Shaheen did. I've been playing a lot of Shaheen, by the way, and I like him. He's fun. I suck at executing the slide on command, but it feels good to have that 50-50 that everyone and their freaking dog knows is coming, and they'll fall for the hop kick from crouching. I love that kind of shit. Ooh, I got it set to the wall reset here. Let me change that. Alright, who do we got? Claudio's so good. What's the highest damage jungle you found? I've just started. I don't know anything about Claudio yet. Incoverturated. I can't pronounce that name. What's up, dude? Every time I block Hayes' second house sweep, he'd always duck because I instant Shining Wizard. I even said in my head, run up hopkick this time, but I wouldn't. Isn't Hayes' second health sweep now only -11 or 12? I haven't tested it, but I know it isn't safe now. So he has to buy into that full... By the way, for you people that don't know that and play past Tekken games, you know Heihachi's health sweep low, right? Before, the first health sweep didn't knock... Well, it never knocked down unless it was a counter hit, right? He would go for the first health sweep, right? And if he would hit you with the first health sweep, then you're in a mix-up. If he goes low again, that's a juggle starter. Or he goes mid to while rising 4, while standing 4-4, basically. That's launch punishable on block. So now if he goes low, you block the second low after getting hit by the first. You could punish it with, I'm assuming, -11. Or if he goes mid, you gotta launch it. Although it pushes back a bit, so... Learn that shit. Don't fucking fall for that stupid shit. Alright. Let's see. Let's start with the good shit here. I'm gonna throw up the frame data here. Right? So he's got the standard. You should know this by now. 1 jab. Say it with me. +1 on block, 10 frames, +8 on hit. Jab pressure, baby. Finally, a character that jabs normally. I feel like so many of the new characters, like what? I looked through Eliza, she's poking you with her jab. Fucking Shaheen is giving you the freaking throat thrust. And Katarina's back slapping you. I feel like it's the first new character I looked at other than Gigas that has a regular ass jab. Alright, anyway. Guess a standard 1, 2. Oh, wow. Well, standard, except in animation. But -1 on block, +6 on hit, right? Yes, standing 2, that's apparently 10 frames. That looks 10 frames. Looks like it has more range, too. Let's see. Not quite. It looks like it has more range. It also looks like he's kind of ducking. I don't think I need anything though. Let's see. 2-1. So, oh, it's a high mid, but this is negative on hit according to this. Let's see. This hot kick is probably 15 frames, right? How do I record again? I forgot to do this thing. It's been 2 days, man. Bear with me here. All right. That looks -5 because it's part of a string. Yeah, -5 on hit. According to this, 2-1 is also not also. Is 2-1 is negative whatever on block, -11. Let's see if I can jab punish it. I don't know if he has an 11 frame move. Doesn't look like he does. Yeah, so probably he's right. It's probably right. Alright, so then he has that because of this. So let's see how. Oh, he gives him the stuff. So it's probably a juggle ender if I already guess. Let's reset. Right, so the 2-1 is natural combo. Wow, what a stupid looking move. Look at that shit. What the fuck? What is that? Whatever. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright. So it's one of those things where you can do the 2-1 and it's hurt of pressing buttons, but it's negative 13. Doesn't seem all that great. It costs his tailspin, so it's definitely gonna be like a. Right? Yeah, see. Jab first. There you go. So maybe can he continue the juggle even though he activates Starburst? I wonder. I'll find out later. Apparently that's negative 13 on block. So 2-1-2 block. 2-1-2. Let's see what's 13 frames. Wow, this is 14. Let's see anything here that's labeled as 13. Yeah, no, he doesn't have any down +1/+2. Oh, shoulder, huh? Okay, go ahead. Okay, there you go. Assuming that showed this 13 frames. That's a 13 frame punish. So 2-1-2, a string that I would only use in freaking in combos, not in the neutral. For what it's worth, that 2 appears to trap. Oh, I don't need to do this anymore. Just in case I'm slow. Aris found this out by accident, but I could just set the second action, set the first action to guard, and set the second action to sidestep or sidewalk. Right, so I was trying to sidestep left, so I'll set the AI to sidestep left. Right, we'll reset. Right, yeah. What if I set the AI to sidestep right? I think it's good. Sometimes Tekken can get weird with these things for a training dummy, but you know, it seems solid. So that second hit might track. What happens if he walks? Yeah, okay, so you have to walk. Otherwise, you have to block that second hit. I mean, you know, it's not something you're going to see in a neutral, I think, against good players at least, but, Is the 2 by itself any good? That's 0 on block, so because it tracks step to his right, there might be some use for this as a single hit poke, because it is +6 on hit. So, you know, whatever. It's not that amazing. It's just not, it's good to know, I guess. It's good to have that in your back pocket. Oh, let me send the sidewalk left, actually. Just in case. Right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it tracks to Claudio's right no matter what. It seems to. It'd be nice if the 2-1 was plus on hit, but it's not, so I wouldn't use the 2-1 at all. In the neutral. Next we got standing 4. -8. It looks like a magic 4. 12 frames. Yep. Magic 4. Oops. Crouch and follow. What's crouch and follow? Hold on a second. What does that mean? Huh. Alright, well, sorry. Anyway. I gotta figure out what this means. If your opponent approaches in a crouching state, doesn't. Oh, does that mean if I, this is interesting. So does that mean. Oh, no. I thought it would low parry. And does not guard? Oh, so just to make it crouch without guarding? What a weird thing to call it. Alright, sorry for that distraction. I was just curious. Let me read these options now. Let's see. Stand and approach. So it's holding forward. Yeah, stand, upright stance, non-guarding. But stand does that too, so I don't quite understand that. Alright, well anyway. Crouch, guard, right? So we got crouch and follow. So it's the same thing as stand and approach. Right? Alright, whatever. Random guard, neutral guard. Yeah, we know about this. Neutral guard is pretty interesting because it could in those situations where you could break through guard, like if they're not holding back, I'm guessing that you could test that with neutral guard. I don't know any examples with Claudio. Mimic is funny. Mimic is what it sounds like. So if I like, I think that's pretty cool. Backdash, huh? Ooh, this is sick. Before I had to be like, hey, am I too slow testing this stuff? Am I, now I could be like, I got all this shit. Was this here in tag too? Anybody know? This is pretty cool, man. Oh, I still got the starting suit up in the screen. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Oh, man. Well, you can still hear my voice, so it's okay. Sorry about that. Thank you, Pikatati. Nobody else said shit. Nobody said shit this whole time. 11 people are there like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Whatever. What's up, Num? Alright, juggle tip. If you get into that later, squirrel from this girl. What's up, squirrel? Oh, no, you're not squirrel. You're saying squirrel told you this. Up forward. Yeah, don't worry about the juggles. I'll get there, dude. I'll get there. I'm here just to look at the characters, like, basics and shit. Juggles are like later. That should be like the, if you're like learning the game, man, just save your juggles for later. Like learn one simple ass juggle as a placeholder, but focus on the important shit. Focus on the neutral, as they like to say, that I have adapted, I guess, even though some people don't like that term. But focus on getting good at movement, sidestepping. Focus on that stuff. That's the important shit. All right, cool. This is gonna go up on YouTube with that big ass starting soon on the screen. But I can be like, look at this fucking idiot. Whatever. That's my watermark. Alright, so we got a magic 4 here. I don't know how you'll convert off of it, but can you get a jab? 2-1. There you go. You can connect the 2. He has a forward 2 though, so he can't do forward. He can't lead it with the jab. Oh, that combos if the 2 whiffs. That's an easy conversion. Look at that. I could just make I could do 2-1-2. The 1 is gonna whiff, but the last 2 still combos. Boom. See? That's interesting. Let me send him to tech, just in case. Yeah, that looks good. What about from range? Probably not, right? Range is kind of whatever. Yeah, alright. So if you got the tip, it won't reach. Still nice that he has an up-close conversion that's easy, because converting off of Magic 4s for like quite a few characters, maybe half of the characters that have it, is quite difficult. Quite difficult indeed. So anyway, he has a 4-3 though, which is probably going to be the easy way to convert it. The true easy way. Right? Yeah, but you'd have to commit to the 4-3, which turns it into -9 on block, but it leaves you close. Because if they block this from here, right? See? They keep... Oh, I gotta talk that backdash. Guard all. You keep your distance, but here you're going to move closer. Yeah, and you're going to be at -9 instead of -8, which is, not the worst thing in the world. Like, here you're still at -9, so you're not going to be able to do too much, but you could backdash and make quite a few things whiff, so they'd have to commit to a long-range button, at the very least. And also, though, I did just verify that from here, if you can't convert this, then it won't matter. Either way. So maybe you might just want to go for 4-3, especially if you're new. Also, let's look at the second hit. There's a homing move? 4-3? Yeah, it's a homing move, and it is also a tailspin. So, like, just to see that shit. Right? Yep, of course. I think I've seen that before. Let me just make sure it's safe. Okay, good. It is safe. I'll buy the -9 though. I mean, if you want to see the blue stuff. Yeah, see? I recover way before him. Alright. That's 4-3. It does tech jump, it says. Yeah, he gets a little hop in there. As far as how good is it as a crush, I don't know. He'll interrupt me if I try to press anything. Right. Yeah, see, he went under the... He does go under the cross jab. Yeah, okay. Over the crouch jab, not under. What am I saying? Reset. 1 plus 2. What the hell? There it is. That looks like a spike move for juggles. Forces crouch on hit. Negative 14 on block. Ew. Gross. Okay. Oh, this is that string. Okay, this is his like bootleg Akira. What's it called? Stunt Palm of Doom. SPOD. Alright, this motherfucker thinks he's Akira. There's one thing I forgot to test actually though, which we can do easily now. Thanks to this. I should just leave this on like this. Oh, he has to block it first too. Great. Tracks well, huh? Sidewalk left. I'm not used to this feature, so cool. Right? Tracks very well to his right. Let's go. He's probably not gonna go the other way, obviously. But wait, did I actually go left again? Yeah, that was me timing it poorly. See, that means it's only like at an advantage, yeah. But a 0 situation because that's 0, and it does push back a bit. Okay, so when you're in a +1 situation, this is a solid follow-up in general. Luckily, we know that this is 0. At least we don't. I think we know. Let's verify that. We should exchange jabs here. It's nice to have a 0 on block move from standing for this very reason. Yep, that's a 0 on block move. So we're gonna go stand guard. And then, so we got left. Let's go right. We're gonna go off of +1. Off of +1 he gets around right, which means a 0 he's gonna get around right also. So keep this in mind if you're a Claudio player and you want to run that Magic 4. Magic 4 is a solid keep out tool, but just in your general off of your jab pressure, which is gonna make it more obvious versus good players. Good players, like if you're just like gonna jab into standing 4, good players will be like, all right, whatever, you know, that's fucking day 1 baby shit. But it does help with the tracking a little bit. At least in a Claudio versus Claudio situation. Some characters might still be able to get around that. Maybe Lily. This is my favorite example. Alright, Cardinal. So we were checking out 1 plus 2. Okay, let's go back actually. Side step left. Right, okay. Side step right. It's probably not going to track it off, I already guess. Yeah, if it doesn't work at +1, no point in doing 0. Leave standing guard on. Next, you want to test how unsafe it is. Oh. Ugh. That's gonna be weird to do. Yeah, 14 frames here. Here it goes. Now forward 2, huh? Yep. I know that's 14 also. So my second question is, if he's stand guarding, can he? Okay, good. It doesn't happen on guard. It only happens on hit. So there's no reason to test. Oh, like then we do the rest on hit. You know, whatever. Let's see what it does so people can see it here. This is just what is this? 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, over and over again. Yeah, 1 hit, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, and then back or forward 2. So boom, 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 boom. Alright, so you have to actually like input that kind of like a demolition man. All right. 17 frames of startup, so it's not much of a punisher. You can launch. And apparently this is +2 on hit force crouch. I wouldn't recommend it. Because if you're gonna go for this, go for the whole thing. Go for the whole thing. I'm not even gonna test that. Go for the commit to it. 58 damage. Well, you're just gonna risk going -14 for 20 damage, and that's it. And +2. Go for the whole fucking thing. You know, it looks cool. Yeah. I wonder if he could. Okay, no, he can't. I was wondering how that would look if he could. So yeah, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, forward or back 2. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, boom, boom, boom. You gotta be quick. Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. There you go. Yep. Also, it looks like it gives him good Oki. Like that position, that looks like a good Oki position. How fast do I recover? The recovery might not be great though because of his Starburst charge. Alright, next on the list. 3 plus 4, mid-tech jump, -10 on block, knockdown on regular hit. Oh yes, one of these little trooper rolls, but his is -10, so that's unfortunate. This looks like a juggle starter. What the fuck? Why is he doing a JoJo pose for this string? What is that? Is he trying to like do his own bootleg dab? Like what? He's got a headache in the middle of his string? What is that? Alright, whatever. Anyway, so 3 plus 4, can you convert off of this at all? No, he can't. Nothing free. Looks like. I doubt he can on counter hit. Let's see. Yeah, no, nothing. So maybe this is like a post, whatchamacallit, like here, and you can set up. Yeah, that looks like it gives you a nice little hit up there, maybe. I don't know about that. Unless he has a while standing wall combo like Leo, and then you want to use this for wall. You want to use this for wall carry, and you go right into it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe at the wall. Get to the wall. Get to the wall. It doesn't spike. I don't know. It probably floor breaks, right? Yeah, maybe. I'll think about that. There's gotta be some use for that move. Let's see if it's -10. I recover while crouching? No, I don't. Okay. He doesn't even crouch, even though he's on the floor during the animation. I jab him right in the face. If you're a tall character like Gigas and this might whiff, I guess you could just crouch jab, right? You know. The thing about this is the recovery's slow, so you gotta time your jabs really late. Yeah, you see? Yeah, see, I'm pressing it too fast, so the 1 is not coming out, and then the 2 is coming out by itself. Weird. Yeah, that's the weird. That's the weird shit about moves like this. It happens to me all the fucking time. All right. Anyway, -10, not -11, right? Or well, this is 12, so I don't have a -11 move. That's 3 plus 4. Knockdown on both, hit and counter hit. Next we got forward 2, which has 2 extensions: forward 2/2 and forward 2/1, 1 plus 2. So forward 2, according to this, is 12 frames to startup. So I'm guessing that would be his 12 frame Punisher? Yikes, that's not great. Let's stand guard. Right, and then maybe 4/2/2 is. There you go, that's his 12 frame Punisher. Boom, boom, boom. Knock him away too. How far away to get knocked at the wall is my question. You're close. So this is good, pretty good at the wall. I mean, then again, you could just wall splat, but still, you know. You probably get some decent wake up at the wall. Okizumi, as Darren would say. Or rather, as Tom Brady would say. Sorry, I broke my nose. I know it's gross. Alright. What's going on in chat? Anything going on in chat? Blah, 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 blah. Claudio likes JoJo. I'm sure he does. Pretty boy moves. Outdoing Lee. JoJo is fab, of course. Of course. Alright. So forward 2/2 is his 12 frame Punisher. Forward 2/1, 1 plus 2. That looks like a wall carry string. Yep. Even though he spikes him on the floor. Also, my guess would be that that would floor break. And even though it does, if it doesn't, you still get that shoulder. Alright. So, forward 2 is just like his standing 2. It's like a slap in the face. He's straight up slapping you. He's like, what? Who do you think you are, Claudio? Alright. High mid, forward 2/1. It's -13. Ew. Ew. +3 force crouch. Forward 2 by itself is +6. That's whatever. The slap tracks. Stop moving. Oops. Yes, I think actually I'm right. Yeah. So tracks. Not at all. How about +1? Oh. So the slap, as it looks like it should, attracts to Claudio's right. Even at a 0 frame situation. +0, neutral situation. Next you want to test how bad it is on block. Right. Oh, that's 2-1. You want to do forward 2. There it goes. There it is. You have to be really deliberate with this kind of shit to get the punish. Alright, so assuming that shoulder is 13 frames, that is indeed -13. How much damage that shoulder? 28. Okay. And then it's the holstering into the shoulders, -18, no surprise there. Shoulders in general are like super unsafe, so. Oops, wrong string. Yep. At least -15, so you're gonna launch it. Next on the list, forward 2 to 12 frame punish, super unsafe. It's also a tailspin. Super duper unsafe. Because he does that on block too, I'm guessing? Ah. Ha, that's a punish. Some characters will have an easier time than others. Yeah, I don't know what his advancing like punishes would be. There you go. That's a punish. Running too. If you do it instantly. There you go. Whatever. You gotta figure out what the best thing is for your character if somebody's crazy enough to do that kind of shit in a neutral situation. Also, if I were to guess here, oh yeah, well, I don't think this is even worth looking at, but I'll do it anyway. Wait, I put switch on. Whoops. Turn that off. Who's gonna do this with their back to the wall, right? But hey, just so you can see it. Yeah, it does keep him close enough. What about your back to the wall? Because this is the kind of thing, as a gimmick, some players might set up for the spacing and bait a whiff. I feel like it if they're going to disrespect you or something, right? It doesn't look like he's close, right? I can't tell. My execution on 2P side is so shitty. I mean, it looks about the same as mid-stage, so you get the idea. What's going on in chat? Super unsafe forward to 2 steps so far back. Yep. Verified that already. You could probably chase with this maybe. Forward 3. -9 on block plus 15. Homing tailspin. Ah, wow. Alright. Oh, that's not. It says plus 15, but I don't believe it. Yeah, see? I mean, unless it's a spacing thing or if that hop kick is... I mean... That's a 14 frame mid, but it doesn't reach. What do we have here? Yeah, well, I don't know. It's plus a lot, point being, so you know how these spins go. It's a lot of frames. Also, it's that's another one of yours. It's standing off for this, isn't it? Yeah, it's basically that by itself. Also, this hops. I think this is really good. I think this is supposed to be really good, isn't it? 4 plus 3, -9. This is kind of like King's forward 4. I don't know if it's as shitty a hitbox. Because King's forward 4, it's a great move and all, but there are times where it'll just miss. Like, if somebody will sweep or something from even a slight distance, he'll just jump right over it. But this is still great. A homing tech jump move, man. It's really good shit. Assuming it's really safe, right? So we're gonna test that real quick. All right. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Block. Yeah. So it's safe. As you can see, right over my crouch jab, so it crushes pretty fast. Let me put myself at 0 frames and then try to jump. That was forward 2, wasn't it? You went to standing 2. Yeah, see? Can I put myself at -1? Yeah, 1, 2. Yep. Hop kicks need 10 frames to crush, right? If that's -1. 1, 2. What about his hop kick? Unless his crouch jab is not 10 frames from standing. Yep, it crushes. Huh, interesting. Let me see. Let me scroll down. They talk about crouch jab frame data here, don't they? Down back 1. Yeah, 10 frames. Maybe it's 9 frames? Can I put him at -2 anywhere here? What's -2? Anything? I should have been doing this before with like whatchamacallit, testing out crush frames like this. Down forward 1 is -2 according to this, which is kind of crazy because he has a launcher attached to it. Is that true? Kind of getting ahead of myself here, but I want to test this while it's on my mind. That's the first hit of his twin pistons. Yeah, that's -2. That's kind of crazy. That's really fucking good. Anyway, so you can use a poke and attach a launcher to it. That's natural combo on normal hit. It's kind of nuts. So now we're gonna record. Woo. 9 frames. There we go. You need 9 frames to crush with that. So let's test it with forward 3. Nope. Alright, this crushes faster than a hop kick. Is it an axis situation? It doesn't look like it. It could be because of the way his other leg is dangling there. I can't tell, it's like far back. Can I put him at -3 with anything? This is what's annoying. I have to put myself at -3. I can't have the other character put me at -3. Like, I wish I could. This is why I wish I could record. Hey, on block, do an attack, Street Fighter style. Street Fighter 5 or KOF added it too. I think Guilty Gear has it too. That was the kind of stuff I was wishing they would add. We have a -4 move here. Let's test that. I don't see -3. Wow, that looks like he recovers mad slow. Is that really -4? Is that really -4? That's not -4. Where am I seeing this? Oh, that's yeah. No, that's on block. Back 3. What was I reading? All right, back 3 is -4 according to this. Wow, that looks like a counter hit knee. What am I doing? Wrong move. Down forward forward. What about that? So down forward. There it is. Interesting. So even though this is supposed to be 14 frames, I'm beating him. Maybe it's because of the way I'm like leaning my upper body back for it and I'm pushing him away. Alright, so that knee is... This is a 14 frame counter hit juggle starter, by the way. Interesting. So that knee... Putting him at -4 here. This is fucking cheap! Oh shit! Oh man, let's go further. Do we have -5? -5. -5 anywhere. Forward, forward, 4. -5, according to this. Alright, so let's test that. That jumping knees, -5? Shit. Probably a super, like, because of high recovery, probably super linear. Alright, he's jabbing, right? Yeah, okay, so. Yeah, -5. Alright. That's 4, right? So we found the sweet spot. So when you're in a -4 situation, that could crush lows. I mean, it's still gonna crush if I do anything other than a cross jab. Yeah, so it's only it's only failing to crush the cross jab with its 10 frames, right? But I'll give you an example of where it's good to know. Law, right? Law, for example. Law players, he has the down 2-3 counter hit juggle starter. That down 2 is 11 frames. So if he were to do it for some reason after that knee, for example, he wouldn't. But if he were, it would lose to this situation. Because that's beating it, but we already verified that one frame more recovery. It's still crushed. So really, really cheap move, people. What do we got here in the chat going on? Rolling Soulbot. Yep, Rolling Soulbot. Sucks versus mid crushes. Yeah, mid crushes. Those mid ducky moves. It's just like Kings right there. Rolling Soulbot. This side takes RB nowhere frame data and you can sort it by frame data. Could be used for this kind of thing. Hey, the British. I appreciate that greatly. Oh, really basic looking site here. GitHub. Ah, that's actually quite useful. I'll keep that as a separate tab since I already started going through it based on the going through the move list based on the whatchamacallit? Based on the RB Norway list, but I'll definitely save that for the future. So maybe it's not 14 frames. No, you're talking about what I was testing before. Yeah, no, I verified it. So yeah, his forward 3 is pretty cheap. I don't know if Kings is as good at crushing as that one is. I haven't looked, to be honest with you. But that's still pretty fucking good, guys. So forward 3, key move for Claudio, clearly. I think this is the move that when Rip lost his 0 to Shadow, I think this is the move he was complaining about. That he had a lot of trouble just dealing with it. The good distance on it too. Like 1 backdash, right? 1, 2, maybe not. Oh, 2 backdashes away. That's really good. 2 backdashes away for a mid-homie move? What? That's just the tip, though. That's catching him in the fucking wrist. Watch where it hits him. Look at that. It's hitting him like in the freaking top of his wrist. Good shit. Good shit. Alright. Safe on block. So next is forward 4. Ooh. Whoosh. This is interesting. According to this, it's +2 on block, +7 force crouch, and it spikes on counter hit. So you get something. I don't know what his grounded hit would be, but he'll get it. He might have a stomp that I don't know about. It might be this. Ooh, interesting. You see the way it landed? It kept him right in place, and I got him right in front of him. And it gave good damage, too. Yeah, I don't know if I have the advantage there, though. Let's test. Right, let's see. We're just going to test him doing that sequence into a while standing 4, right? That's what I'm going to do. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Oh, they tech, you're fucked. But they stand straight up. What if they hold back? Yeah, if they hold back, they have to buy the mix-up. But after that connects, they can tech. So don't go into a while standing 4, right? In that sort of situation, because they can tech, you're gonna want to like, oops. You're gonna want to be like this, and then you're gonna want to dash up. Ugh. Yeah, no, it's not as great, because then if you dash up, you open yourself up to like them wake-up kicking you, right? But you want to like dash up to realign and then do whatever, right? So like, timing is weird because his recovery off of that roll is slow. I want to counter hit. That may be okay. See? Can I interrupt that? Nope. Nope. So, but when you commit to that dash like that, ugh, I'm trying to get like a wake-up kick. It's kind of hard to do. There you go. See? So you have to like open yourself up to get to the possibility of getting hit. You know? And of course, they could just Tekken block and then punish you with whatever, right? There's also something else he could do. Let's see if I can do it right. Yeah, if I time that right, if I think a hot kick is coming, I can float you. Yeah, that was too slow. You had the idea. If I time that right, I'll be able to float him and juggle him. Anyway, that's how that works. That's forward 4. So let's test if this frame data is correct, right? We see here, I see here, +2 on block. Does not force crouch, supposedly. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Wait, 4. Yep, that's definitely a +2 situation. 17 frames we need. 1 + 2. So that weird ass move. So let's test it on hit now. At the crouch jab. Yep, 17 frames on hit with a forced crouch. This is a good move. This is a very good move. This is a lot like Jin's. Maybe Jin's 443, except I think Jin's stuff forces crouch. Jin's 444 forces crouch on block and on hit and gives better advantage on block. But still, this is really cheap. And so the thing is, he has a forward move. So you kind of want to get used to going forward. If you want to dash into this, you want to do forward neutral, forward 4. Because you don't want to approach. If you want to approach, you know, add some tracking to this, right? And like, let's see, because let's test the tracking, right? We're gonna test. I'm gonna assume it doesn't track well, or maybe the one-sided tracks well, right? 0 on block. Yeah, see, if it tracks well, it will be to the other side. I'm gonna guess it doesn't. Right, so you see? So, See? Now, if you were to sidewalk, of course, he'd still get around it, probably. Was the side step right? Maybe. Oh. He is sidewalking. And it's hitting him. Of course, you could also just realign, right? So the thing about it is sidestep cancel to sidestep would beat that if timed well. That's fucking hard as hell to do, people. Especially on stick. But you can get around that, you know? It's easier to do on a hitbox, I imagine, and on pad it definitely is easier to do because I used to do this kind of shit on pad. I used to be in training mode, not in the heat of the match. God forbid I actually do something cool like that in the heat, in the middle of a match, you know, during the real when the pressure is on. But in training mode, you could actually, you know, if you cancel your stair step kind of, you go doom cancel and do it again. That will get around that kind of shit. Now, let me see if I can try to emulate that. So I'm gonna go left. Right? Right? Yeah, so... Right? Whew. Whew. Maybe the other way. Oh man, this is like this shit just clips the shit out of you. So they're not for this move. Whew. Yeah, that's a good fucking move, man. Of course you can sidestep and block, but then you're a -2. How fast is this supposed to be? 4-4. It is slow. 22 frames according to this. But I think that's gonna be another one of his key moves for pressure. What's going on in the chat? Dude, instant Shining Wizard notion? You mean motion? Instant Shining Wizard is gonna give him the knee. See? If that's what you're talking about. See? That's why you need that neutral in there. Because the knee just naturally comes out of running. You want to cancel that. So maybe that trick that Aris talked about. Nah. Oh, he has a man grab. That running knee is safe. It's -5 front crush. That running knee is -5. So if you want to dash into that shit, you got to get that neutral. You gotta get used to do it as fast as possible if you want to dash into it. But of course, as we just saw, sidestep into is pretty fucking cheap too anyway. But it is a slow move. And it looks like it's a big whiff, so if you were to whiff it, you could get an easy punish. Right? Oops. All day long, you could easily sidestep them. I'm trying to delay it as much as possible to see how late he recovers. Yeah, so he recovers faster than it would look, I guess, but yeah, no, that's still pretty slow. So if you miss that, that's on you. The knee, -5, and it knocks down on normal hit, and it's pretty fucking linear. I'll get there eventually. It looks pretty linear, at least I should say. That's forward 4. Another good move. Forward 3 and forward 4. Back-to-back really good moves so far here. Alright, next we got 4+1+2. This looks awful. I'm gonna guess this is like, yeah, this is that shit. This you only want to use for Starburst. This is that cheap shit, right? How do we get Starburst for him? Alright, we want to turn on... that's right, okay. So... So that's a natural combo on normal. Oh, sorry, I have him on walk, not guard. Yeah, it's a natural combo on normal hit, and it's a safe mid. The way you do that is when you have Starburst, is forward 1+2, 1+2 right after. So don't use this move unless you have Starburst, right? Let's see if it pushes back though. Have him stand. Oh, the first we want to give him Starburst, right? Right, and now we want to have him stand guard.
All set.
Alright, why did I reset? Habit.
All set.
Right? So now we got stand guard. Don't reset. Alright. Alright. So it doesn't look like it pushes back much at all. Let's see if the AI will sidestep it at all. So first we want to stand. And then we get it. Whoops. Alright. Next we want to stand guard. I'm gonna guess no. Yeah, no, he can't. He's forced. It jails. He doesn't even try to start sidestepping it. I get that people usually call mid to jail, but you get what I mean. When you block the first one, you're forced to block the second one. You can't move away or anything. Alright, so we might as well test the safeness. How safe? What if I do... Let's see what happens if I do a jab after, right?
All set.
That animation's so cool.
All set.
Yeah. Let's go back. Use that other frame data thing. So you want the startup frames. Let me see. Do I have 18 frames here with a back one? Let's see. All right, reset. Go ahead.
All set.
Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be like -9.
All set.
Oof, it does push back though. It does push back. So now we're gonna record something different.
All set.
Actually, I should record this differently. Sorry.
All set.
Neutral jump. Not advancing jump, neutral jump. Oh, I gotta let him hit me. Keep forgetting.
All set.
Oh, why am I letting him hit me with that?
All set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gimmick City, boys. Alright.
All set.
Alright. Not the standing four, at least. Don't fall for that, please. Don't fall for that. Am I gonna watch E3? I am, but I'm not gonna stream it. Aaron said he's gonna stream it. I gotta do a little workout, and then I gotta hang out with some friends because I got a friend that's moving to Korea, so I'm gonna be able to hang out after that. So I'm gonna see him off. But I'll be watching E3 while we're hanging out. So yeah, that's the forward 1+2, 1+2. Don't use that move without Starburst. That's a Starburst move only. In case you're wondering what the frame data here says about that move, where is it? I lost it. Forward 1+2. Where the fuck is it? There it is. -18 on block. -7 on hit. Actually, trash. Oh yeah, we wanna. I mean, you can see it visually. I mean, you know. Back forward. Yeah, there you go. 17 frame move exchange. Alright, and then on block. Punish. That's all you gotta see. Forward plus 1+2. Okay, now we got forward plus 3+4. This looks good. Forward 3+4. It is a high. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. All right, hold on. Okay, no. Is it homing? It's a homing high. It does the same thing on regular hit and on counter hit. No free follow-up, but that position is really good for Oki. Right? Like, so, after that, this would be like, whoops. Like, this would actually probably be a solid option, right? So, let's see. Let's record him. I mean, he can't do this anyway, but I'm still gonna put it on. Like go backward, right? So if he tries to wake up back row, it'll be too late. I like how it instantly turns him around. For the sake of Oki, you'll get weird, funky shit like that. Look. You see that instantly? Oh, now I'm facing the other way. It makes no sense visually, but they do that for the sake of balance, because then what would end up happening is he would stay in that position while I'm right in front of him and I recover faster. That's too strong. They don't want to give that kind of shit to characters. That kind of thing used to happen, I think. Like, really fucked up shit used to happen in those kind of situations. But they've come a long way since the older games. That statue looks really good in the background, I gotta say, graphically. Anyway, this is the PS4 version too. It looks nice. PS4 Pro. So this is supposed to be +2. Where is it? Forward. I lost it. Forward. Here it is. I gotta put this on the top so I don't lose it again. Alright. Boom. 4 + 3 + 4, according to this. It is 17 frames of stardom. Not bad. It's a little slow for a homing move, but still, it's +2. So if people sidestep it to block, you're at an advantage. Yep, +2. We exchanged. Nice. What else can I set the AI for wake up? Side roll. Always says side roll. Nah, man, he ain't side rolling. He ain't going nowhere. He doesn't even start to side roll. To the point where I almost want to say this might be guaranteed. Unless he stands straight up and blocks. So, wake up, stand up. Alright. Should not set this. Quick recovery if possible. This might be guaranteed. Let's have him do it on me. Alright, that's all we need. Right, so... yeah, I think it's guaranteed. So you remember, just because you don't see a combo doesn't mean it's not guaranteed. Like, I can't move at all. I'm like still in recovery. Look, I'm still blue till right before the moment he hits me is when I stop turning blue. Holding back, I can't do shit. That's guaranteed. That's guaranteed on a normal hit. Really good move. There's a trend here going on, right? We got really good move after really good move after really good move. Claudio seems really good. For people who say that he's only using a few moves, I'm seeing a lot of really good shit here, you know? What's going on, Bison? I know you saw me getting my ass kicked by Bloodhog yesterday. Alright, where was I at? Forward + 3 + 4. Alright, so next is down forward 1. Alright, now this is his twin pistons. So this is, according to this, 15 frames. So this is a 15 frame launcher. Yeah, see, standing to guard all is up. So the thing I noticed about this earlier when I was researching, like quickly glancing through the frame data, is this by itself, the first hit of that, is only -2. So it doubles as a slow, albeit, 15 frames. But it doubles as a mid-poke. A -2 on block mid-poke, and the moment you challenge it, he can't delay it, but he could just commit to the launcher. Right? The trade-off, though, if you want to play that game, is that it is -15 on block. Like most twin pistons, like, that aren't while standing. When I say most twin pistons, I take that back. In the old days, twin pistons for Heihachi, shit like that, or like just double hitting launchers like that, like two, people generally call them twin pistons. Even though the actual twin pistons in the game are actually not that unsafe anymore. Like Heihachi's is knocked down. Does it knock down? I forget if it was knocked down anymore. -13. Kazuya's is like -12 or -13, and double jins is safe. It doesn't launch. But yeah, I mean, it's not super cheap, but the fact that you have this little extra launching deterrent here for pressing buttons to challenge this is a little obnoxious. Just a little bit. Let's test the tracking on this. I already tested it. It was -2 earlier. We're going to stand guard. We're going to sidestep left. Right? Okay. We're gonna sidestep right. Oops. Wait, down forward one. So awkward putting it down forward one. Alright, so sidestep right loses. What about sidewalk right? I'm putting myself at 0 with the standing 2, so. Alright. So it tracks very well towards where it looks like it should. This follows the rule. The rule is I'm swinging with my left, step away from my left. Step towards your left. That's the rule for this move. That's a kind of general rule of thumb, but there are quite a few exceptions to that rule. Not just, you know, there's more than you would think. But general rule of thumb, if you're unsure, give it a shot. It is negative 15 on block, so let's test that. Whoops. Guard off. Oops, not random guard off. Nope, guard off. I was just test the tracking on that second hit. Yep. Punish. Punish. Okay, cool. 23 damage versus 13 damage. Yeah, so this is kind of how they, in case you're wondering, a general rule here, again, for hop kicks is how do they balance damage for such a cheap move. Generally, hop kicks are low damage launchers. See 13? When he goes for the big stuff, this, even though it's also 15 frames, it's a 23 damage launcher. Scaling doesn't apply to the second hit because he's still standing. 100%, 100%. See? Above the 2-hit combo, it's still 100% above hits. So, there's that. Right? So, what was it? He was able to sidestep away from it. Right? So, to the left hand, we want him to sidestep left. So, side. So, he was stepping. So, okay. So, if I do the second hit, he has to block. What about if he sidewalks? Okay. So if you sidewalk, you're good, but if you sidestep, you gotta worry about the launcher hit. Wait, did it launch him? Wait. Sorry. Oh, he's blocking, so. I'm sure it still launches. I'm sure it does. But just in case, I really want to test this. Yeah, okay. The last thing you want is to get clipped by this kind of shit, so you don't have to come into a full-on sidewalk, but like get like a second step in there. Make sure you get his rear too. Like if you just do one side step, of course you can also interrupt the second hit, but if you're just a little bit slow, you know, boom, you're gonna get launched. So if you're sidestepping with the intent of like getting around this move specifically, even though you could block punish it. I mean, you can do that too. You can just sidestep and confirm if you're sharp enough, and then you get the launch, right? Cancel to block. But keep that in mind. You don't want to get clipped sidestepping, thinking it was just a mid poke, and then you get fucking launched for your troubles. That's down forward 1-2. Next, we got down forward 2, which I noticed earlier is a counter hit juggle starter, but according to this, 13 on block. Right? Yeah, that's negative 13. But it is. It hit me out of the air. Let me do something slow. There you go. It is a counter hit juggle starter, but isn't safe, unfortunately. So. Can't have it all, Claudio. Tracks to his right. Oh, tracks step quite well. What about walk? Oh boy, you gotta respect this. This is why they made it unsafe on block. It tracks super good. Usually they'll do this kind of thing. Like if it didn't track, then they would make it safe. But because it tracks this well, they didn't want to they didn't want to make that safe too, because then it's like, what are you gonna fucking do? That's her. If this were safe, it would just turn this into a movie just throw out randomly, kind of like Lars' Down Forward 2 from before. Although I don't remember if that tracked as well. I think it tracked to one side. It was just this movie. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna sidestep, just throws out randomly, and if it hits you, cool. If it doesn't, fuck it, I'm safe. You know, that's lame. That's like lame to have in the neutral. So they tied some risks to this. So yeah, whatever the combo is off of that, figure it out. Next on the list, Down Forward 3. Let's see the start of the string, because it is the start of the string. Ooh, that's natural? That's natural. Does that do that on the juggle too? Could be your wall carry. Yep, that's some wall carry shit right there. Down forward 3-2. 2 extensions. That's also a natural combo. It's kind of like Dragunov's forward 3-2. Good range, it looks like. Nah, not that good. One back. That's solid range. Yeah. One backdash. Because he kicks kind of high. If he kicked like in the mid-level, I feel like this would have more range. Down forward 3-2, -2 +4 on blocks. But it's I'm gonna guess it doesn't jail. Down forward 3-1 is -13. Okay, this is a knockdown. According to this, it's 14 frame startup. So this would be his 14 frame punish, I guess. Unless he has something that's more damaging that I missed. Oh, shoulder. I guess shoulder would be more like you would stick with that as his 14 frame punisher. But if you're near the, if you're kind of close to the wall, like let's say here maybe, here. Why do shoulder when you could like get the wall splat, right? Because then the shoulder won't wall splat from there. What was it? Let me look at the floor here. We're at this black strip right here, right? We got him on the black strip right there, right? Yeah, that's gonna wall splat. But if I shoulder him, it's not gonna wall splat. So that's why you want to keep that in mind. Alright, so the knockdown one is unsafe. Let's test. We also gotta test the tracking. Mid. Let's test a few things about this. Right? Track me there. Go ahead and track me there. Alright. Okay. So another one of those with a second hit tracks, okay. It looks so stupid. He's trying to do like a yoga stretch on that second hit. Alright. That tracks quite well to his left. That didn't punish. There it is. Right on the dot. -13. Whoa! I'm starting to wonder if this poke is actually 13 frames. I think that poke is actually 13 frames. I think RB Norway's listing it wrong at 14 frames. Down forward +4. Let's look at this other list somebody gave me. Oh, it doesn't have the frame data here. What was the thing that put him at -4 again? Down back 2. That's tech crouch. But block frames. -4. Oh, I had it backwards here. Wow, I arranged it by block frames and it looks all fucked. It's not listing it quite the way I wanted to. It's a little weird. Oh, here we go. Why is it listing it like this? It's fucking blowing my mind. Alright. I gotta test this, I'm sorry. It's bugging me. This is 13 frames. It's a pretty good poke. You'll see why when I get to it on the list. me see what RB Norway is saying about that. RB Norway is saying down 4 plus 4 even on this fucking list. What the hell? It's not on the list? Hidden moves? Hidden moves. Free control fine. There it is. Oh, it doesn't have the frame data listed at all. Weird. Oh, okay. It does say 13 frames of startup. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Unless they updated it since the last time I looked at it. It's listed under basic moves for some reason. Alright, well anyway. Back to the shit we were just doing. So we were looking at down forward 3-1, right? Where the hell is it? Down forward 3-1. Let's type it down here. Here we go. Alright, down 4 plus 3-1. So it is negative 13. It is mid though, so and can't sidestep the second hit. Gotta get a shallow block on it. He has good range on 13 frame tools. So that's cool. That's really cool. Excuse me. Very linear. Yeah, -2. Okay, so this tracks very well to his left. See, I should have been doing this more complex sidestep testing on my other characters. I kind of regret not doing it now, although I did. I guess that made them more basic run-throughs. But now that I have a good spread of frame here, I can put myself at 0, +1, +2, -1, -2. That's a good range to test your tracking on, you know? And a good reason is like when we saw earlier, at +1, he couldn't sidestep this to my right. But at 0, he was able to sidestep it to my right? In case you're wondering, say that one more time. See, at +1, no, you ain't going nowhere. But at 0, he gets around. This is why frame data is important, people. Don't assume that your tracking is good because you see this, which is how I've been testing it so far off of a 1 jab. Not everybody has a 0 on block standing 2 for me to do that sort of testing with. And this is without any frames wasted. You'll catch it. And it doubles as a sort of frame trap, sort of. A jab will still interrupt it, but anything slower will exchange, which gives him a trouble. Usually. That's knocking down. You guys taking notes in the chat? Kazumi looks cheap. Yeah, Bloodhawk is very good with Kazumi so far. Is it hit confirmable? Good question. It looks like it. Random guard. Random guard. Yep. Yeah. Ooh. Actually, no. No. That's what you want to do. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, if you're good. Yep, see? So you gotta practice it. Because hit confirm off of 1 hit. I'm no good at hit confirm, as you can see. So you'd have to practice it doing what I did here. Set action 1 to random guard and set action 2 to guard all. And then you'll be able to do it because the maximum amount of delay doesn't do it. But you could delay it quite a bit and still get it. See? Rather than just doing it right away. And then just don't suck like I do, right? If you're a Claudio player and that's worthwhile, and I think that's kind of worthwhile because we verified that this tracks quite well. You know? It'd be nice if you could, like, in the clutch, just land that confirmation. That's good shit. So next we want to test the frames on the other extension, the high extension. We already know that the first hit tracks, so we don't need to test that again. Wow! Wow! Woo! You have to commit to the duck launcher if you want to launch that. Look at that. Ooh. Oh man, you have to. That's pretty good that this recovers that quick. See that? I have to, like, instant while standing to get that. Instant while standing to get that shit. Woo! I don't know if it's while standing too, it's 15 frames. I've fallen in love with the ability to hop kick from crouching as a while standing punisher because it's so much easier to instant while it's not even like it's not an instant while standing move because it's crouch into a hop kick. So much easier to do instantly, you know, from ducking a high. It's so much easier. I like it. I like it a lot because I suck at instant while standing, especially on this arcade stick. I'm really bad at it. I have to really grind it out. But for now, I'm practicing learning the game. I just wanted to show you an example so you know what to test or what to study, you know? Get good at instant while standing, people. Don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. Because those who do, do. And those who can't, teach. Is that how the stupid saying goes? But yeah, so this is fucking cheap. Yeah, oh, not, well, that's cheap too. Can you hit confirm this too? Might as well test that. Put a heavy delay on that shit. Yeah, you sure can. Let's see if I get the maximum delay on it. Woo! Look at that. That's like I'm trying to delay it as much as possible. Oh, that's sick. Look at that shit, dude. Oh man. No matter how much delay I put on that, that's a natural combo. I thought the second has to be counter probably, so I might as well test. This is a good fucking move, man. This is pretty fucking good. This is yet another one for Claudio, huh? Alright, alright. What's the frame data on hit? Down forward 3, 2. +4 according to this shit. What was 14 frames? This is 14 frames. Okay. Those who can do, those who can't teach. 14 frames. So +4 on hit. +4 on hits. Very hard to instant while standing punish under the high. Unless they just come up with a while standing, with a while standing 4, of course, or a while standing 1, or whatever, like a 13 frame while standing move. Then you might have, like a Kazuya player. I would hold back against a Kazuya maybe, but if somebody's coming up with a while standing 15 frame move, I'll test them on that, sure. Gladly, I'll test them on that. I would have tested on Steve though. Steve gets a lot of damage off of his while standing 1 too. Which is easy to do. Next on the list is a down +1. It is a mid, 17 frames to start up, -9 on block, +2 on hit. That looks like a spike move. Alright. No, what the fuck? Does that visually make any sense to any of you guys? What is he even doing? It looks like an elbow strike to me, like he's swinging his elbow down. But he's still like smelling his own armpit while he swings? Like, what the fuck? Oh, the JoJo pose, I guess. And it floats? It doesn't spike? What the fuck? I guess this is it's just a weird mid-poke. Well, I don't get what the purpose is. According to this, the frame data is +2 on hit and regular hit. Grounded, baby? Is this like one of those like Lucky Chloe situations? Where it doesn't look like it should hit grounded, but it does? Let's turn off recovery. No. I don't know what the purpose of this move is. No angle. It says tracking, I guess. Sidestep. Why does this move exist? Maybe for specific juggles? Maybe they just wanted to fill up some space? Oops. No tracking at all. I mean, yeah, do I really need to... I don't even know how much that is on block. Is that really heavy for your matches? I mean, it looks like it is. Why does this move exist? What does it say here? Down +1. -9? -9. Yeah, that looks it. Moves it forward quite a bit, I guess. Yeah, it has some good range. I would test this on AOP. If it works on AOP and none of your other stuff works on AOP, that could be a use for it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't hit grounded, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't hit AOP. Right? That means it would have hit AOP duck probably. And it has some decent range. So that could be a use. Could be. If otherwise, I don't know what the fuck that move's about. That's a dumb looking move. Alright, now we got down 2, so this is another cheap move. I suppose we have to run into a shitty move eventually. Maybe that's why this move exists. It's like, we got all these amazing fucking moves. Now let's give him this shit, this trash right here that has pretty good range. And kind of moves him right, apparently. Anyway, now we're getting into the cheap shit right here. Down +2. This is another one of those that you want. Ooh, he could do the shoulder from back tier. Ooh, what got there? This is one of those you want Starburst. But even if you don't have Starburst, it is 20 frames to start, so it's slow. But it's like 1 or 2 frames slower than Dragon Ball's down 2, so it's not that big a deal. But unfortunately, he doesn't get any counter hit properties, right? But according to the frame data here, it's only -11, and it is 0 on hit and counter hit. So this might be good even without Starburst. It's slow though; it's quite slow. But let's test the 0. Right? We can also test the punishment. All right, so -11, right? I don't know if he has anything. Let's go to his wall standing moves real quick. He has a 12 frame while standing 1 in here, according to this. So that's counter hit. That's not punish. That's punish. All right. So next we want to test the 0 on hit. Yep, 0 on hit. So next I want to test the tracking. Stand guard. Alright, none of that. None of that here. 0, huh? Okay. What was -2 again? I forgot. Ah. Oh my god, he's getting hit by that because he's trying to sidestep after the down forward 3. You fool. Block freeze. Yeah. So this is a solid tracker to his right. Unfortunately, not his left. But of course, then you do this. But if you're going to do that, you might as well kind of do this. But if you want a high crush, you can do that instead. Let's see how good it crushes, if it's instant or not. Yeah, that's a pretty good crush. Oops. Yep, crushes at -2. Crushes at -4. Crushes at -5. I mean, I don't think I need to go any further than that. Ah, that's no good. Ah, okay, so I can't really test it off of that. It crushes at -5, so that's good. It's more than good enough to tracks to his right. Alright, so the important shit here, though, is this. Right, so down plus 2, 2. Okay. So I think that's supposed to be a juggle starter. Yep, that's a juggle starter. At least a mini juggle, right? So the thing about it is, it's not natural on normal hit. So let's see. Ugh, you gotta really like be sharp. Yeah, there you go, see? And usually I think you can't low parry if it hits you. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to low parry. Even if you block it. Yeah, see? You have to. Now, did I hold back? Well, it won't matter. I could just test it anyway. It'll show punish. Yeah, so that's unsafe. No, -12. Do you have anything slower than -12 from while standing? 14. While standing 3 is supposed to be 14 frames according to this. Okay. Alright, so -12. I don't have a 13 frame assist that I know of. So let's test counter hit now. Looks like it's counter hit. Yep, that's a counter hit. Okay. So basically, what's going on there? If you don't get the counter hit, I don't think it's a counter hit confirmed. Nah, it's too fast. You have to hit it. Like you can't delay it. So there's no counter hit confirming here. But what happens is when he has the fucking Starburst, you could just do down 2, and then it becomes a situation of will he finish it or won't he finish it? And that's fucking cheap. He does it even on whiff. So now I want to test something else. Right, what was the way he was able to sidestep? Stand guard. Sidestep left, was that it? No, sidestep right. Right? So we want to turn this off first. Now we want to turn on Stang Guard. I was worried about that. I was very worried about that. And I was right. So, when he has Starburst, he's fucking cheap, clearly. And that's just another reason why. You have to be all of a sudden super terrified of this low. Right? So let's record a few scenarios here, right? And test a few things. We don't need counter him. We need that. And then down 2-2. We're going to do that. And then we're going to jab and do down 2-2. Just to test a few things here, right? So it was sidestep right? Is that what it was? Right? Okay. Wait, what am I doing? What the fuck? Okay, so sidewalk is good. Wow. Sidestep is bad. What? Ooh. Did I record this too slow? Is that what's going on? And he's tracking? Alright. That's kind of scary. Let me record this again just in case. I might have put a delay on it. Putting a delay might affect the tracking. Might affect the timing of the sidestep, which is another thing to consider. What the fuck? Where am I? Okay, that's a fucking scary low, guys. Very scary move. Starburst extension, I think down one. The down one has a Starburst extension. Thanks for the heads up. I'll check right now. You can block the second hit of that even if you get hit by the first one. That kind of sucks, I think. No, Jack, it does not suck at all. I already explained why. But just in case you missed it, that makes the first low that much more terrifying. That's the way you're supposed to think about it in Tekken. That kind of thing doesn't suck. That kind of thing is actually amazing. Because then he just keeps Starburst. Like, I could just do this all day and it's like, oh, I still have Starburst. And it's like 0 on hit, so it's actually a pretty dang good low. You know, and then it tracks very well to one side, and it's kind of difficult depending on the timing to sidestep the other way. So all fucking day, and even if you were to block it, it's only -11. So I'm just gonna eat a while standing 4 if you block it. So of course you could crush it, but then you know, you go do other shit. And then the moment you do duck, it becomes like, oh, I got you. Now actually, what I did not test about that move. Thanks to somebody from before who reminded me to test, who was it? I'll give you credit. Oh, somebody's calling me. I gotta pick this up. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I have to send a quick message. My wrist is fucking killing me. I'm like, It's not even the wrist I'm using to move the stick around. Hold on a second, I gotta message a friend here real quick. Alright, you might hear some Facebook notification messages pop up here. Sorry about that. Alright, let me get back to the frame data tab. Boom. And let me wipe my nose off for a second. I'm like slamming down on these buttons because I'm having trouble inputting 1 plus 2s and 3 plus 4. So I'm like, and doing that is starting to I feel like it's starting to hurt my fingers and my wrist. It's real bad. Maybe I need more sensitive buttons. Because if that right there, that's the kind of shit that happens. I get 1 2s instead of 1 plus 2. See, or 2 1s. Or maybe I gotta angle my hand better. I don't know. All right. So anyway. So yeah, down plus 2, super cheap, and I was gonna test the hit confirm. There we go. And I was looking at. I want to give credit to who it was that reminded me. Or wait, where's your name at, amigo? Oh, there he goes. He messaged me. Yeah, Yomi Yugi. Thanks for the reminder. I should move this tab over because it's gonna be hard to fucking keep track. Sorry about that. So we're gonna test the hit confirm here. All right. There we go. Boom. That looks very hit confirmable. Yeah. And the cool thing is, no matter how much I delay it, I'll get it. So, once again, you know what to do. Alright. When I said very, I meant kinda. So what I meant to say is, well, what I meant by that, not very confirmable, what I meant by that is it's hard to fuck up so long as you're delaying it. And even if you do fuck it up, you're safe. So it is kind of hit confirmable if you're like super freaking sharp with that kind of stuff. But even then, it's still pretty good, even if you can. Four plus 1 plus 2. We're looking at down plus 2, right? So down plus 2. Where the fuck you at? Down 2. Alright. So somebody said this is Starburst thing, right? There it is. RB Norway doesn't list this, so let's look through the move list. So that's a Starburst exclusive tailspin move. That explains why they why they fucking whatchamacallit, right? Why they don't get spiked by that first hit. Is that how you convert off of that? He has to do it. He has to crouch jab after that, really? Really? His while standing launcher, he has to crouch jab. That's kind of whatever. Damage. So it's a higher damage, I guess. Whatever. That's still kind of whatever. What's the frame data like when he does that? We already know it doesn't track. What the? He didn't get Starburst? Oh, wrong move. Sorry. Blue sparks. Does that mean what I think it means actually? Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. No, it doesn't. Okay. Thought so. Oh, plus on block, huh? All right. Uh, 15 exchange for 12 frames, plus 3 on block, plus 3 on block mid. Cannot sidestep second hit that way. Alright, you can start a sidestep, but it'll catch you. Plus 3 on block mid. So I guess there's something if you want to burn your Starburst on that. I wouldn't recommend it above, you know, this and this. You know, why do that? Why do that when you could just get so much more amazing shit off your Starburst? Up to you, I guess. Up to you. Do as you do. Down plus 2 again. Down plus 1 plus 2 shoulder. Apparently he could do this from back turn also, so let's see. That looks cool. Alright, same frame data though. Which is to say launch punishment. Down back to a unique cross jab animation. 11 frames, 0 on hit. Shitty. Oh no, sorry, wrong move. Sorry, definitely wrong move. Down back to cool cross jab. Plus 7 on hit. Oh, okay, good move. -4 on block, special mid. Can be low parry, probably. Right? Looks like a cross 1 jab. Can be crushed, right? Crushed. Low parry. Double special mid, huh? This is unique. So from full crouch, you can get yourself a little 2-hit string here like Nina. Nina has a crouching double jab string. Ah, never mind. Not quite. Oh, counter hit, sure. This is very unique. Alright. Yeah, it tracks quite well. At least the first hit does. This is a good crouch jab because regular crouch jab doesn't track very well. Right? At all. This one does. But not at -2. At 0 it does. Not at -1 either. So at 0 or better, this tracks quite well. What about the other way? Oh, sidewalk, right? Loses a sidewalk though. Yeah. So it loses a sidewalk, but it tracks step quite well. Right. Yeah. So you know, at about -2, this is still a good way to go about it. But don't get too crazy because it can get crushed or parried. This is down back 2 to go instantly into a crouching 2 jab. It is 11 frames. It's not 10 frames, so keep that in mind too, I guess. He doesn't even start swinging the second one. You could also parry the second hit. That's what I wanted to test. And it's counter hit only. Down back 2-1 is what? Really? Ooh, don't use that at all. Use the first hit. The first hit is good. Second hit, not so much. And it needs a counter hit. What is the purpose? There's nothing on Starburst, right? Oh, yes, it's down back 1+2. Oh, that's the unblockable. That's the ogre. Okay. Well, there's that. That's down back 2-1. Down back 2 is great. Down back 2-1 is not so great. Maybe that's a wall combo thing? Maybe? Alright, let me see what chat has to say. Anything going on here? Back 3 hits after wall standing 2. Cool. Thank you. There's your pickup. Man, I got some laundry waiting for me. Getting dank in the freaking machine right now. Alright, next we got down back 3. Oh yeah, there's your crouching, your high crushing low right there, right? Sweep there. +1, force crouch on hit, launch punish spell on block. Get some tracking. Not much. So the tracking isn't great. So I don't feel good about this though. But that would be why. But it has no tracking. Juggle hit, counter hit, juggle starter, do whatever. It's super bad on block. I already recorded it, right? Whatever, record it again. Yeah, so it crushes, alright. Yep. You get his rear. Yeah, that tracks well. Not tracks, I'm sorry, crushes well. Not quite. So at -5, he cannot crush jabs. Keep that in mind. If you see somebody abusing this, if they're at -5, if you have something that'll put them at -5, whoa. If you're not slow like I am, you could safely jab and beat out that low. Alright, now he does have a generic down 3. It doesn't say the frame data here. Oh yeah, let me test the +2 on hit actually. So this is supposed to be 12 frames. Oh, it forces crouch. Okay. Unless I'm slow, it's only +1. Or unless that's 13 frames and not 12 frames. Yeah. Unless while standing 1 is actually 13 frames, that's only +1. So it's probably listed under basic moves, but he has a down 3 style poke. So while this isn't, his animation is a little weird, it is frame wise, it is about the same as your generic full crouch down 4, which is to say it tracks fairly well, I think. Not quite a -5 though, but at -4, it tracks great. Yep, see? Same thing for walk. Alright. These are typically -3 on hit, and I think counter hit and launch punishable on block. So they're not super great. He's coming up with 13 frames. Right. Am I getting him? Oh, I'm standing. Yeah, -3, see? And then even on counter hit. -3. And then on block, whenever them charge it. Punish. So they're like high risk, they're kind of whatever, but they are pretty fast. How can I test this? If he's at 0, he'll exchange with a 14 frame move. What's a 14 frame move? Down forward. Okay, down forward. Down forward 2. No. Oh. So they're actually really slow. That's a mid. Yeah, so it's actually like 16 frames. So yeah, kind of shitty. Kind of shitty, but you can still use this from a range and be okay. Sort of okay, right? So like from there, I don't know, Claudio's range looks like it's too good for it to really... Yeah, Claudio probably has too much range to really... But that happens. That kind of shit does happen. If you're not ready for this kind of thing, and you people space that kind of shit out well, luckily Claudio has amazing range on his hop kick, but you'll see this kind of shit happen with moves like that. And that's what I wanted to show. So I was like, hey, what, Manny, those frames suck. Yeah, but if you space it well, like if I'm not mistaken, that tournament match where, was it the finals? I don't even remember if it was the finals. When Bronson beat Princess Ling. If I'm not mistaken, he was using this a lot. He wasn't using this, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he was using just down 3. Now, why was he using that? I don't know if he knew or whatever. It was just like, whatever, hit down 3, you know? Or if there was something more behind it. But if he even realized that it does this kind of shit, like even a while standing 4 is going to whiff, even though it's launch punishable, you know? That's how you use that kind of generic low. And that's kind of universal, kind of. They don't all have the same range. Like, I think Lucky Chloe has like a generic down 3 from standing, but hers is like she like bends her knee. Claudio, you see, he sticks his foot out. So, and even from a distance, I believe it tracks quite okay. From a fair distance here. Like if I were just to have him record, you know. So if I'm already moving in one way, it won't track. But if I'm too late, it'll clip me. Right. It still catches step though. But it won't. Oh wow. At the tip range of that, and at the tip range of that, it's whiffing. Not that though. Catch the tip range. I've been standing too. Yeah. Just the tip. So if you can really get used to that spacing out a low like this, you could make really good use of it, because at this range, -3 doesn't fucking matter at that range. Putting yourself at -3. -3 really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So that's kind of how you use that. Finger guns. Alright. So that's down 3. So I was looking at down back 3. Now we got down back 4. That just looks like a standard low poke here. -11 on block, 0 on hits. What's the damage like? Only 7 damage, yikes. Tracks well to his right, as it looks like it should. Yep. That doesn't give anything on countering it, right? It doesn't. Nope. No, that's not what it says. You want to test, yeah, so it's 0 on hit. Good range. Really good range. Claudio got them long legs, man. With punish. Alright. It's shit damage though, so. Oh yeah. Punish. No, counter hit. There he goes. Punish. Counter hit. No punish. Okay. Yeah. Even that negative. So, solid round ending low poke, but I wouldn't use it too much in a neutral situation. But that's a good round ending low poke. because unless they crush it or they low parry, which they can do for any low, no matter the risk. It covers a lot of your other bases. Unless they got rage, so you might want to consider being careful with the supers, right? You don't want to get hit by any of that shit. Whoop. It's down back 4. Oh, it has an extension. Is that natural? No, it's not. Counter hit it is. Ugh. This is gonna be one of those. Alright. So low high. This is like Katarina's down 3-4. Where similar frame data too, interestingly enough. Where it'll stop people from while standing punishing the low if they block it. Negative +2 on hit, -9 on block though. Alright, doesn't track. What the fuck? Never mind. He's like swinging it at an awkward angle. So he's just whiffing. What the fuck? What is wrong with this? I'm standing. I'm trying to stand block. This shit sucks. Don't use this move. Holy shit. Yikes. Do not. It's not like Katarina's top 3-4. Yeah, I don't need to see any more. Don't use this fucking move. Use the down back 4 by itself as like a round ending low poke maybe. But in general, I want to use that extension at all. Oh, wait. This is one of these. I just remembered. No, it's back 4. Sorry. Okay, we'll get there. Is it just me or was this not on the list? We'll get there, I guess. Woo! Okay, thumbs up. Oh, not quite. Oh, that's coming up soon. Okay, good. So this sucks. Next we got back 1. 18 frames to start up. Oh, by the way, speaking of this, one more thing about this. It's 15 frames to start up, which is quite fast. So like I said, back to what I said before, it's a good round ender. It'll exchange with some 50 frame launches, unfortunately. But if you put yourself on a jab into that, you remove the worry of something like exchanging with like a down forward 2, which he doesn't have. But you know, you don't have to worry about getting launched at 15 frames unless it's a hop kick. Back 1. It's like a homing move because it is. It's a tail spin move. Ooh, different knockdown. Yeah, different knockdown. Looks cool. -9, slow mid homing move, but it's safe. There's a pushback. Long burn. Yeah, I love how he has a lot of stuff that sets him up for that neutral jump hop kick kind of perfectly. Although in this case, he had to be good enough to space as well. And even if you get jabbed, you're not getting floated. You're hitting him out of his pre-jump frames. That's the fucked up thing about setups like this where you put yourself at -9. But at the same time, that puts you into situations like this. So Bet it all on black. Get launched. You gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. What I'm saying here is consider not going for a high when you block this move, just to play it safe. Let's play it again. Okay. It's not a punish. That's back one. Back two is a high? I thought it was a mid. Oh, it's a high. So we already know about this. Safe on block. It is 14 frames. So if you want another 14 frame punish, that'll give him that. But 2-2 doesn't. Right? Forward 2-2. 29 damage. 30 damage. Okay. And good range. Yeah, better range than forward 2. But it is high. They're both high. So at 14 frames, that could be a punisher if you want to get tailspin. I'm sorry, if you want to get a Starburst, right? Yeah, your coach just won't do anything with that knockdown. I'm sure it wall splats. It doesn't wall splat, okay. I should say I'm sure. That is kind of like the knockdown off of that Brian 3-hit string. That knocks down, like, knocks them right down. And this kind of knockdown doesn't really wall splat, I'm noticing. I don't know if it ever does. So, if you see this kind of knockdown, maybe test for wall splat before confirming it like an idiot like I just did. Verify first. -9. Yeah, it looks like it. The crush? Doesn't look like it. But it is -9 around there. And it doesn't push back, so you can't really do the hop kick gimmick shit. Get hit out of it. You're too close. Oh yeah, this does have some distance to it, so I should yeah, it seems like no matter what range, I can't quite get a range for it. Oops. I'm hitting him out of the air, that's why it tailspun him. So yeah, no matter what range, you don't have to worry about that setup. Back 3 is next. 13 frame startup, that's the knee, right? So it's not a counter hit tool like a lot of other knees. This probably tracks well. Reasonably well. Reasonably. No extension according to this. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, that should tracks quite well. Alright, so left, +1. At +1 you get tracking to the other side. You know? At +2. Ugh. Yeah, unless you assuming you're point blank. Yeah, okay. If only this was a counter hit tool. I'll save here maybe at +3. You don't have to worry about side steps. Of course, something like this on hit. You know, yeah, that's gonna keep him still for sure. You ain't going nowhere. If only that was a counter hit too, right? According to this, -4 on block, +7 on hit. So this is kind of like a bootleg ass, fucking whatchamacallit. It's kind of like a bootleg mid poke. No, it is pretty much a mid poke. It's kind of weird that it's a knee, but with frame data like that. No jabs. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe it's not 4. I'm pretty sure it is. No, jab, jab. Yeah, it's -4. So Claudio can't really move, I guess. There you go. Ooh, what the hell? Why did you record that? There you go. Man, he sidestep sucks. There you go. There you go. So at -4, he's not able to really sidestep jabs. But that'll work, of course. We already tested this before, kind of. 13 frame mids. 14 frames. Okay. Oh wow, he got around that. He got around it. Only left up. Okay. So you pretty much you only have to worry about maybe magic 4s and jabs at -4 as Claudio. Probably. Right? And, as far as linear moves go. So Claudio could step pretty well. So back +3 is a pretty solid poke. I mean, you would prefer to be at -1, -2 worse for a mid poke, for a go-to mid poke. But back +3 to add a bit of tracking to your poking, not so bad. No, sorry. Yeah, +7. Change jab with a 17 frame move. What's going on, chat? Anything going on here? Whew. The finger guns, Kazumis, that really annoying me. Those tigers killed me badly. If you attack crouch, you can do a while standing move faster than you if you're already crouched. If you attack crouch, you'll sidestep. Yeah, you don't want to tap crouch. The way you do a instant while standing move is there's shortcuts, but it's not instant. Like some people say, do quarter circle forward. See, that's me kind of doing. If you look at my input there, I'm doing a half circle forward when I mean to be doing a quarter circle forward because I'm on a Korean stick and my execution sucks. But there you go. You see, I'm trying to get a good quarter circle forward going in there. You could, if you buffer this from recovery, from some sort of recovery, you could do instant while standing that way. As far as using this to go under stuff and punish stuff, this shortcut, I don't know how good it is for that, right? So, wrong one. We want to go mid-high, right? So that's the one, right? That's the one I was testing before, right? Not so good. See, I don't think that shortcut is good for a neutral situation. Like, oh, maybe I'm Bob, but he has a crouch dash, so maybe not. Maybe I have a really good distance on my while standing launcher, like Leo. Does Leo have a long distance on it? No. There's some characters that have a lot of distance on their while standing launcher. So when you're like the sidestepping, they make a big whiff. You could do it from a neutral situation if you don't suck like I do, right? You know what I'm saying? You're moving around, they whiff, and then boom, right? So for strings, what you want to do is you want to hit down back. See? If you hit down back, you're not gonna sidestep, and then you let it rip. So the thing I was saying about earlier about this is it recovers stupid fast, so you have to instant while standing. But if you have a hop kick, any of your up moves, up forward moves, and up back moves, you could do instantly without any frames wasted from crouching. So for me, it's easier to just go down and then up. Down and up 4, right? Down back and then up forward 4. Down back up forward 4. It's without wasting any frames, it's easier for me to just do that shit instantly. I'm almost inputting it as like a move. It's down back up forward 4. That turns this into basically a slower high crushing hop kick from up close. If I just input it as down back up forward 4, you see my directional inputs are going crazy, but which means I'm not getting a clean input. But now, if I'm not mistaken, the fastest, if you input an instant while standing move as fast as possible, the minimum frames you waste are 2 frames. So if I were to perfectly input an instant, like, crouch to up forward 4, I don't know if that works the same. Let's say this is 15 frames. I don't know how much this is right now, but let's say this is 15 frames. If I were to do this instantly from standing into instant while standing, it would be a 17 frame launcher. If I were able to perfectly, without any frames wasted, execute that. That's like super advanced shit. I mean, and that doesn't really matter. I'm just letting you know that's just kind of how it works mechanically. But yeah, if you don't have a hop kick, you're gonna want to get used to like when you duck strings, do instant while standing. And you don't have to get greedy and go for a launcher. If you have something that's like 13 frames and on decent reward, this is supposed to be 12 frames, but I have a feeling it might be 13 with while standing 1-1. You can do that instead. If you want to be as minimal risk as possible when you input, do a while standing 4. It's 11 frames. The reward isn't great, but you got something rather than nothing. All right. Yeah. Try to practice Nina's instant while standing 1. Come the fuck on, man. You're crazy. I feel like it takes forever to just release the crouch and try to enter the while standing. Yeah. So you get the idea, right? Yeah, Nina's is the ultimate test. If you could do the instant while standing 1 juggles, you could, I think she uses a shortcut though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I never really played Nina. But I think you'd have to use a shortcut in her case. So we were going through back 4. No, now we're going through back 4. So this is one of those that has the Starburst. Oh yeah, good Starburst. So that is a juggle ender, if I'm not mistaken, right? To give Starburst and knock him away. Yeah, that's one way to give you some Starburst as a juggle ender. It's not a natural combo, I tested it before, right? It did. It is safe? Holy shit, that's safe? That? Safe? Let's see the tracking. No tracking. Alright. Tracks to my left a bit here. Oh, wow. I went to -4 and it tracked. -5. It tracks. This is a solid tracker to my left, to Claudio's left. You have to respect that. And then if this is right, then this is actually safe on block. He's trying to size it, that's why he got hit. Let's see if that's true. I shall see if it's hit confirmable, but this is not something you want to hit confirm, because according to this is actually -14 if you just stop at the first hit. So you don't really have to care about hit confirming, really, I think. Yeah, see, punish. No punish. 14 frame punishes though, right? It does push back, so be careful. Like if you... Yeah, that means you're gonna get hop kick. With the neutral jump hop kick. Remember what I showed before? Same thing here. It's tracking this way, so the other way it wasn't tracking, right? So what about +2? No, +1.5 track down. While running 2. Alright, so definitely no tracking the Claudio's right on this thing. So the next thing you want to test is the extension really safe? Whoops. Lose it. Two? Is it 2? There's 2. Also, this does wall splat, but oh, he does get a wall combo. Okay, I was wondering if he did because of the Starburst. Oh, it tracks down. Whoops. Oh, the other way. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is it me? It's got to be me. The dummy's doing it. Oops, that's the string. There it is. This is a fucking hard move to sidestep. Holy shit, you have to sidewalk right. So you have to sidewalk this shit right, huh? Okay. Oh, pushback! Oh, set up. Oh boy, this is one of those. Whoops. Back 4. Wow, even the standing 4. Don't fall for that, please, people. Safe on block with pushback. Yet another neutral jump hop kick setup, right? Let me see if it works with a forward jump just in case. It's back 4, not down 4. Damn it. Yeah, no. Well, let's say it doesn't matter if you do, yeah. It's me doing up 4, up forward 4. He kind of interesting. He never really moves forward much more with it. Like up 4 is kind of the same movement forward as up forward 4, which is pretty interesting. Maybe he moves forward a little bit, so it doesn't matter. Either way, it goes fucking cheap. Super cheap. For that reward, for the reward that this gives on hit, to set that up like that, super cheap. You probably won't be able to sidestep stuff like this, right? Like if you put yourself in that situation. Yeah, no, you won't be sidestepping, but he could always backdash. Interesting. Alright, so it's interesting here because Claudio's range on that, I'm actually losing the neutral the neutral guard, probably because he's still in recovery from that move by the time I move back. Or I'm not buffering it correctly. Why is he... You know why I can't record this properly? Or I can't record this properly because when I hit him, I'm an idiot. When I record it, I'm hitting him. I get it. You're probably screaming at me right now. When I'm recording it, I'm hitting him, so he's doing the Starburst shit, and that's fucking on my backdash. Duh. Ah, man, that's... So I can't really... It's hard to record this. I can't set myself to block when I'm recording this. Maybe if I... whiff? Maybe? That looks good. I'm wondering why it's hitting him. Like, well, whatever. I can't. For some reason, I can't get a safe backdash out of that on block because you should be able to block while backdashing. But I guess something about the recovery of this move is making him lose his auto guard, his neutral guard. And when you tap backdash, you actually will be hit in that situation. Interesting. Either way it goes, it does the pushback, and you can set up the hop kick to punish jabs or any highs that won't reach him. He'll duck underneath from that range. That's back 4-2. So next we got back 4-3. Which is mid-high. So this is a counter hit, right? And this is a Starburst rig. So you saw this before. So that would be a floor break, maybe a wall combo. I already tested it before, and in the neutral situation, the last hit, even though the first one's combo, it isn't, you know. There's no frame data for this here, so I'm gonna have to test this myself. So if the second hit counter hits you, yeah, if the second hit counter hits you, the third hit will cause that and he'll get a combo, right? Alright. It is unsafe. So, let me trust -12 more time. Okay, so it's at least -10, maybe -11. He blocked the -12 punish. And then we already know about that. That second hit is a high. Yeah, that's a high. It's a homing high, though. We could duck it. Right, we know that. But it's also unsafe. This kind of sucks. Oh my god. Negative 15. This just sucks. Yeah, outside of juggles to spike the floor, I wouldn't use this. I mean, something else in your arsenal, I guess, but do not make this a priority. Something else that you have during Starburst, you know, what if I do the last hit, you know? Don't launch me. Butt cheeks. Alright, back on pursuit. That's his arm remove. Negative 12 plus 4 on hit. Force crouch plus 4 on hit, but it's negative 12. Yeah, negative 12. It does force crouch on hit though, so that's a nice bonus. Force crouch at plus 4 is nice. How can I test that? I don't know. Do I know how? Do the jab. No, I need to do. If I do a hop kick. If I do a hop kick, I should exchange with while standing forward. Okay, that's how I test. So this should exchange right now. Yep. All right, cool. So that's that is plus 4 force crouch. Indeed. Same thing on counter hit apparently. So it's a decent arm move, but it's unsafe on block. So I don't know. So negative 12 on block. All right. Next on the list. Where the fuck are we? Where are we? Where are we? Back plus 3 plus 4. Oh, he's got himself a little backswing blow over here. How good is this really? Well, let's see the frames first. Back plus 3 plus 4 is negative 14 on block, but it is homing, and it does knock back on regular hit, which means it wall splats on regular hit. Alright, negative 14 means any Mishima can launch, Brian can launch, Lars can launch. Shaheen has that 14 frame hit throw for 55 damage where he grabs you in the face and stabs you in the back with his feet. Very slow as a backswing blow should be, right? I don't know about negative 14 on block. That's a bit crazy because they reduced that kind of shit from before. Neutral situation. Let's see how good it is. So the thing about Claudio is he has so much good range. I can't really test this against short range mids. Not as Claudio. He has such good range. It's obviously very good for highs. Obviously, clearly you're gonna beat out highs, no problem. All right. Well, let's test how good it is versus highs. No. You gotta buffer it. Whoop! Yeah, so at negative 4. That's a gimmick I would use against somebody that doesn't know about it. Do the running knee, and then it's like, oh, that's jab punish, and then nope, you get fucking hit by the homie. Ah, so nothing at negative 5, right? Unless I'm bad to execute here. But at negative 4, yeah. So he needs 5 frames to high crush. Now let's talk about spacing, right? So there's something I know about this down forward 4. I believe this is negative 8 on block, but it pushes back both on hit and on block. let's see how this looks. Yeah, see, you get some pushback here. That's some wall juice right there. That's the good shit. That's the good shit. Because if that works, then the classic is gonna work, right? Boom! All over the place, baby. All over the fucking place. You wonder why like people complain about this hot kick so much? Honestly, I think it's more because of Claudio's moveset setting it up so well than anything else. He has so many moves. Even this doesn't even look like it's pushing back, but it is. It's shoving you back. It's not as egregious about it. Some other moves that like clearly push you back. It's just this quick little poke, and you're back there all of a sudden on normal hit. I'm sorry, on block. On normal hit, it pushes back more. So you're setting up like whiff. You're setting up whiffs all day. On normal hit, you're setting up whiffs all day. You know. That by the way, that's a good whiff punisher. If the hot kick doesn't reach, right, like, right, that's gonna reach. So this should be, look at that range. Look at that fucking range. Look at that range. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so about 2 back dashes away. Hot kick won't connect, but 1, 2, that connects. So this is gonna be one of your primary whiff punishers. That's not a launcher. You don't always have to go for a launcher. Don't be greedy. Back 4-2. This is something I remember to bring up about this move. This character's fucking good, people. Really good. Holy shit. So yeah, down forward 4 is -8 on block, but it pushes you fucking deep. Let me go over that now real quick. No tracking on it, I know that. Yeah, see. I need to go use the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna need a minute here. Also, I gotta take care of something real quick that I forgot about in the kitchen. So let me put. What the hell? How old is this video? Oops. Let me put some music, and I'll be right back. What the fuck? I just realized I've had a bunch of YouTube videos playing this whole time in my playlist, and I didn't. Thankfully, they've been muted, right? Somebody would have brought up if they weren't. Let's see here. Here we go. This'll do. Let me add some text here so people, if they happen to come by, they'll know that I'm not gone. How do I add a text? Right. I don't know how to make text scroll. Where is it? There it is. So we're just gonna throw this up right here, right? And then I will be right back in a few. Let me turn off the camera. good song. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had some laundry that I had forgotten about. I have to take care of that. Let me get my earbuds on right now. Ooh, focus camera. I have to timestamp this when I upload it to YouTube because I want to upload it right away, but which means I'm not going to edit it. So people watching back and be like, what the fuck? Let me go up the chat. Bruce the Law Lee, no follow hype. Yeah, sorry, man. I don't have. Oh, I have auto mod on. How do I turn off auto mod? Whatever. I'll allow that comment. I don't have a sound notification on for follows because when I watch other streams, I hate that. so I'm like, whatever. But just know that anyone, you and anyone else that's followed, I greatly appreciate it. Definitely. That you care enough to watch a boring guy like me. Doing this for everybody though, so know that with love, greatly appreciate it. So I was showing off down forward 4, which for some reason is under basic moves and not under his unique move list, because that's a unique move. Oh, turn this off. I almost forgot again, didn't I? Boom, turn that off. Okay. So down forward 4, right? On hit, it gives you more spacing. It's linear though, so this is a good mid poke. Even though it's negative 8, it is it is quite bad in the tracking department, so you got to mix in some back 3 on occasion, right? So we were showing off back 3+4, right? So yeah, you get the idea. At -5, right? It lost the jabs. If you space it though, you're gonna beat out pretty much fucking everything, right? So keep that in mind. How can Claudio challenge a spaced out? I think I have one idea. Right, this didn't work, right? So how about this? No, don't challenge that. Don't challenge that. Block and punish it with whatever your fucking punish is, alright? I forget it has 14 frame punish already. Block punish, block punish, block punish, block punish. If you're Brian, launch. I mean, that is quite a wind up, so you could be prepped to launch that if you're sharp. But guess something. Don't let him get away with that. You know, get away with murder like that on block. Next we got back plus super C. I'm gonna guess this isn't unblockable. Yeah, so what is he doing? Wow. That little blue shit that comes out is actually a hitbox. Alright, well, there's not much to see here. You know what an unblockable is. Yeah. I doubt it tracks. You know what was really obnoxious? I think it was before Tekken 6 in DR. Or maybe it was also in Tekken 6. A lot of unblockables tracked. So they became tech traps. You had to fully commit though, so if people saw it coming, they could just stay down and then get up afterwards and launch you on the whiff. You know? But, that shit was fucked up. I think Bruce still had it in Tekken 6. The shit where he's like this and he turns and he does the big swing. I believe in Tekken 6 he was still able to use it as a tech trap. Real fucked up shit, man. But all of that seems to be gone. Like, sure, Brian has taunt, but he has to dash to realign it like any other linear move. In Tekken DR and Tekken 5, no, I'm not picking my nose and scratching the side of my nose. I know how it looks on camera. In Tekken 5 and DR, Brian's taunt tracked quite well. Like, you didn't have to really dash or anything. You could just do your wall combo and taunt right away. If they tech, boom, it would connect. And then you would do the easiest fucking confirm in the world of 3+4. Well, that's not the easiest, but it's still way easier than what he has to do now. Taunt to 3+4 for wall spat is way easier than taunt into back 4 or taunt into jet upper. So, yeah, that was a little history lesson for you guys there. Alright, so that was his stupid unblockable, which I have to go through his Starburst unblockable, but I'll get there. Up 2. This looks like the last hit of that string when he has Starburst. So you can input this as up, back, up, forward, or up, but it does the exact same thing, it looks like. This looks like a spike move. It looks like one of those moves you gotta, like, you gotta hold back, maybe, otherwise he gets free shit, maybe. I don't know what he would get for free. We're gonna might as well check. You see how long he's blue? If you don't hold back? You see how long he's blue? Yeah. So he could definitely get something. If you don't hold back, he could definitely get something. There you go. That would probably be guaranteed. You gotta hold back. You gotta hold back. This... Ooh! Is this right? Is this right? Let's see if this is right, what I'm seeing here. This is a slow move, but it's a high crush. Forward 3. Forward 3. Let's try forward 3. Up forward 2. Up forward 2. Up forward 2 to forward 3. That's what we're gonna do that right now. Where is it? This might be a really cheap move. I doubt it tracks, but what the hell is it? I just saw you, damn it. Here it is. Okay, sorry about that. I see 2 cheap moves here actually, back to back. The Claudio tradition continues. This low crush is +9 on block. +9. +9. +9. +9. +9. It has like no range, and it's probably a big whiff. Yeah, not the greatest. Yeah. So -2. -3, -3, -3. Do I have -3? I didn't test it with -4, did I? So at -4, he can't do it. He can't crush crouch jab specifically. You know, you can hit. It's slow, so you can get hit out of the startup. Right now, let's test the tracking. I'm gonna guess it has bad tracking. Check this out. Yeah. As I thought, right? Okay, good. You have to have them scared of this move. Yeah, so you have to have them like really standing still, committed to it. I do kind of feel like this is slow enough that you could possibly sidestep it on reaction. Let's see how late I can sidestep it. Take that back. How about a backdash? Oh yeah, okay. There's your answer, folks. Moves that look cheap have the simplest. Also, when you backdash, you see you're all the way back there, so it matters less. But when you're up close, you probably have to worry about a few moves here. But when it pushes back, right? And I'll also worry about this at the wall. For example, you've probably seen it a million times because there's like a million Dragon Ball players out there. After the wall combo, they get up, the back 1+2. That's going to be a way you use a move like this. Because at the wall, he's still in, like, push you to the wall range. With back 4-2, right? Just to show you. So, I have it set to, it's going to refresh the whole stage. So, like, oh, he's trying to sidestep. Of course he's not going to sidestep that, right? But you're still, point being, you're still in the range for that move, right? I have it set to sidestep left, whatever I have it set to sidestep right. Yeah, see? This is wall juice. That's what this is. This is... Because you would be in this situation, like right in their face after a wall combo, right? And then boom. They can't sidestep that. They can't really... They can't move. Can't move against Claudio. Can't move. Even the slow shit. Can't move. I know that's a good low poke, and we're getting there. Trying to do sidestep. There it is. Can't move. Can't move. Can't move. You get the idea. Also, this spacing perfectly sets up down 3 to be relatively safe on block. By the way. Just a heads up on that one too. So this move will be your juice at the wall. Mid-stage, I want to use it. Mid-stage, like, well, you're one backdash away that even mediocre players will punish that somehow. But at the fucking wall, whatever his wall combo is, assuming he recovers quick enough, you're going to want to set this up for techs. Tech right into blocking it, because when they tech, they can't sidestep it. As long as you time it correctly. Think, if you're coming from a 2D fighter, think of it like a media attack. You need frames to sidestep. You follow me, chat. I clearly noticed that you try to do your best streaming, so don't worry. Thank you. Is Leo strong in Tekken 7? I mean tier-wise. I think she's considered quite strong. I think she's considered top 5 by Asia. If not top 5, top 10. She has some good shit. Like, just one random thing on top of my head. You know it's like while standing 4s. Typically from while standing, they're the fastest move. Like 11 frames outside of like a handful of cases. Leo has one of the best in the game. Hers knocks you into the air and she gets a free shoulder follow-up. I think it's while standing for 1+2. So Leo's 11... If she blocks an 11 frame low, like this, she'll get while standing forward to a shoulder that does a ton of damage. And can wall splat. If, you know... Not that you'd be blocking... Not that anybody good would be throwing this with their back to the wall, but, you know... Just a little bonus. And Leo loves the full crouch, so the better while standing options Leo has, the better off Leo is, right? Because full crouch, Leo has a sweep, you know. Full crouch mix-ups are the juice, man. So yeah, Leo's really good. I haven't gone through the move list though. She's on my list. I think I'll do Leo and. I'm thinking next time I'll do maybe Lucky Chloe if I'm feeling up to it. If not Lucky Chloe, next time I'm gonna do Master Raven. I want to do Master Raven. It's been such a long time since I haven't done Master Raven. And then after that, there's a dude that was asking me about Elisa, so I'll probably do that next. And Lucky Chloe will be somewhere in that mix. So those are gonna be my next 3. I'll say it now on stream. I'll commit to it. Some variation of those 3. Also, I promised a Gigas tracking video, and I have yet to do that. I'm sorry. I might actually do it later tonight after I hang out with my friends. We'll see. So yeah, this is the juice. He has an up back 3. Oh! He has an orbital heal too! Just like homeboy Shaheen does. Why does he have an orbital heal? He didn't need that. Oh, then. Ah! Doesn't launch, okay. Up? No launch. No launching. But there's something else interesting I'm noticing about this, and I'll get to it in a second. What? Did I see that right? It spun him. Did I hit back 3 by accident? Or forward 3? That must have been that, and I didn't notice. So that's oh, not even a juggle. Okay. So that's good in this situation, I suppose. Oh, it's great in that situation, right? So this is also good at the wall, if what I'm saying here is right. What's called? Let's try this again. No. Not that. You want to do this. That's +1 force crouch on block. And on counter hit, it wall splats. On normal hit, it's apparently +6 force crouch. Yeah, okay. Oops, sorry. 17 frame mid, right? Yeah, +6 force crouch on hit. +1 force crouch on block. This is good mid stage. This is actually quite good mid stage. Not much pushback, so you can actually work with +1. Right. And we saw that on counter hit. It caused that crazy shit to happen. Is it as evasive as orbital heals? It looks like it. What if I were to... Oops. I don't know why you would just want to do a hopkick instead, but you know. And this you can control. Up, back, up, forward, up, right? If he moves forward, he'll probably get hit by that. If I were to guess. Not quite. One of those. If he moves forward, he does get hit by that. Let's record a neutral jump one. Yeah, he doesn't get hit by that. When he moves back, nothing's gonna reach him there. Yeah. So it seems like the neutral jump one is the one that you want. It's so weird how that works. Oh, that's the up forward one, sorry. So yeah, at this range, it will beat out pretty much any high and any low. Right? Maybe Shaheens could catch him with his 4-1 off of this, but off of this. And let's see how this has a whiff punish. Yeah, it's pretty easy whiff punish. Yeah, but they have to have good range if you get for a launch. They have to be like, they have to be not holding back. Yeah, if they're holding back at all, if this isn't gonna reach, there's not gonna be too many hop kicks that reach or any other launches. So if they just stand still though, then it'll reach for Claudio, which means most hop kicks probably will still whiff. I can't even up forward you. Up forward for you. Pretty cheap. Fortunately, it's not quite Josie result cheap, but I bet you most characters with generic mid pokes with not much range will also will lose out to this. Like him, that has a lot of range. That's more of a traditional mid poke range right there. If I were to guess, and that's what would happen. That shit would eat you alive. No launcher for Claudio though. He can't have it all, but he gets +1 on block if you fuck up, and if you whiff, they have to be kind of on point to launch punish that. Just kind of. I mean, unless you get too crazy with it. You got to mix this kind of stuff up. You can't rely on it. You need to have this as pocket sand. Very rarely do you maybe you use this a couple times in neutral. Just kind of do nothing. Just stand block like it's like super negative. Oh, this is negative. Hold back. You know. And then all of a sudden, eventually, they're gonna come running in, and then BAM! That's when you catch them. That is when you catch them for sure. Unless they're trying to look for the win too. Pushback works for both sides. Keep that in mind. Like people might just take blocking something like that as a reset. Good players, instead of like an opportunity for them to advance on you. It's too risky. So we already went through the up forward 4. Now we got up forward +3 +4. Ooh, a little double knee. This looks like a wall carry. Yeah, it's a nice carry. Oh, pressing forward. How much damage is that? It's kind of shit damage for juggles. For early part of juggles. Maybe later, post tailspin maybe. Or during the middle of a juggle somewhere. -11 on block. Yeah, I'd say this is probably a juggle tool. I ain't tested tracking on the up forward 3 or up 3 and shit. Let me do that real quick. Ooh, oh. Okay. Interesting. This definitely has no tracking. It has a pretty active hitbox, which is why I clipped him that one time. But definitely no tracking. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, so there's no tracking on that either, for the most part. You'd have to be some pretty heavy frames to get tracking on it. That's too slow. That shit don't track. So I'd say that's more of a juggle tool. I can't test -11, but I can. Oh, I can test -11 actually. Now I think about it. I forgot about down back too. Why am I cross blocking? Yep. -11. There you go. Alright, that's up forward 3 +4. Let's see if there's any more questions in the chat. So the Xbox conference for E3 is in half an hour, Vince. Let me see what Giant Bomb says. Oops, that's not how you spell comp. Any day now. Yeah, it's very soon, so I should wrap this up. I'm losing viewers by the dozens. I'm almost done, I promise. You can catch this on the YouTube if you want to watch E3. It's down below. Scroll down. Under the dog. Or is it under the weird picture of me chasing a chicken? Forward 2. So, forward 2 doesn't have any extensions. This is Starburst. It's not a Starburst. This is just a weird string. Ooh, he has this from full crouch like Paul. Alright. Full crouch down forward 2. That's the same as forward 2. Interesting. Good way to test this. How is this for crushing? Yeah, so it doesn't crush. Even though you get it from crouching. That first hit makes him stand. Alright, so 4-4-2 probably has some okay-ish tracking because it's a forward input. gets some decent tracking to his left, or yeah, his left. Woo! Camera tricks. Camera tricks. If they're off-axis, it looks like. Right? The first one, no, but the second one, and you get a hop kick if they're not ready for that. That's interesting. You're not at their rear, though, but we do have some camera tricks on that. 4, 4, 2, 1 plus 2. Oh, that gives him the juice. So the 4, 4, 2, 1 plus 2 is negative 13. How fast is this from full crouch? Full crouch down forward 2. This is 14 frames. So if that's a natural combo, this could be your negative 14 low block punish. Like you block a low, then there you go. So you have to not be holding forward. You can't just hold forward and then hit down forward later. You know, you have to go down, back, down forward, or neutral down and then down forward. So you block a low, boom, boom. Okay. So according to this, what's it say? Negative 13, right? Forward. Repeat action. What am I doing? Alright, that keeps you close. Yeah, so negative 13. By the way, I did skip over hot kick, but it has usual hot kick frames. 15 frames start up, negative 13 on block, so I don't have to really, you know the deal. The only thing I will say about this hot kick is, because of the range, you need to make sure, especially since they like to throw this out from a distance, to block punish this, you wanna have something with range. Because your jabs might not make it at the tip. And if your jabs don't make it at the tip, I feel like this used to be negative 10. Right? Wasn't that a thing in the early version of this game? And I think they nerfed. I've heard that people say that they nerfed it. This might be how. Because I don't think Claudio has particularly great jab. Like, he has average jab rate, maybe. I think. So maybe you're good. I don't know. The angle could matter, too. The angle definitely matters. What am I saying? Yeah, so I guess you're alright. Yeah, well, you're kind of alright. There you go. I found the range at the end there by accident. Okay. As long as it works in those situations. Still, just play it safe in that. Make sure you use something with some. Make sure you use something with some range, just in case. So 4, 4, 2, 2 is negative 6, plus 6 on hit, negative 6 on block. That's okay. That is mid high though. Yep. Looks like the Xbox conference is starting. Back 3. Yes, it is back 3. Force crouch at plus 6. Yes, okay. So. There it is, plus 6. The first time it whipped because of the, wait. That wall splat? Did I see that right?
Interesting. For me, there's something about exchanging moves that causes that to happen. Alright.
So that is +6 on hit. It says -6 on block. I'll take their word for it because I gotta keep it moving now. So 4 forward, 2, 1 plus 2. It's the same thing as full crouch. Forward, 2, 1 plus 2, 4 forward. 2, 2. Same thing as full crouch. Down forward, 2, 2. It is mid-high. Does not jail. Next we got 4, 4, 4. Okay, we went through this already. -5 on block, knockdown on hit. 15 frame startup apparently, so that's nice. Remember, sorry, 14 frame from ducking, so remember that. Next you got while running 2, +7. There's not much to say. It's a running move. It's hard as fuck to sidestep. You have to sidestep late. Like any other running move. And then when you sidestep, you get their rear, but they keep moving forward, so... Oh, it's a high also. His is a high. There it is. Superman. Okay, so yeah, see how I would if I were to pick a direction to try to sidestep this, if you really want to do that shit, you gotta go fucking right, I think. But honestly, this is a fucking high risk sidestep because that's a big ass chunk of damage to take, and if you even if you end up sidestepping blocking, he's at +7 anyway. So you consider ducking, right? Right. Wow, I can't do it anymore. Why am I having trouble with while running? Jesus Christ. Yeah, jeez. Point being, right, and then, sorry, right. So be careful when you're ducking it. That could come out of running just as easily as while running 2 can. And he makes the same sound effect. Yeah! Same sound effect for both. So be careful for that. Be careful about that, rather. That's 12 frame while standing. Stupid looking pose, right? Oh, we have a better way to test the tracking on this now. We have a 0 on hit low. That leaves me crouching. Probably tracks the other way. 0 on hit. Yep. Oh, wow. That's interesting. So if you sidestep it, you could be ready for that to whiff. Even though the first hit catches you. And even if he just stops at the first hit, we're off axis. So if I were to do something like a hop kick, that would happen. So what would happen is you're going to want to hold forward to realign for anything that you do. Otherwise, everything will whiff. Everything will whiff. Whoop. Unless the move realigns for you. It seems like while standing 1-1 is the only extension. Then he has while standing 2, 15 frame while standing launcher. This one's actually -14 on block according to this. While standing 1-1 is -12 also, by the way, which is stupid looking. It is +9 on hit though, so if you use this as a punisher, you're in a great situation. Like, look at that. You're not really pushed back far. You can't sidestep. The slowest move in the world, you won't be able to sidestep. Yeah. Well, not quite. +9's great. That doesn't track that way. Ah, this doesn't track at all as while saying launcher. Maybe we use that plus. Yeah. +1. So in a +1 situation, wait. Sorry, that's not it. That's not what's going on there. What happened there was, yeah. Now, wow, the AI actually crouch cancels into a sidestep. I wonder if it's doing that with minimal frames. So this forced crouches, which means you can only instantly sidestep towards the background. Otherwise, you have to do what the AI is doing and crouch cancel into sidestep perfectly. It looks like it's perfect, right? So then, in that situation, bagoosh! Of course it's gonna fucking hit you. So next we got while standing free. Nope. Alright, this tracks well to Claudio's right. Yeah. That's a +1 situation. This tracks well Claudio's right. It's only -5. Oriented while standing to his block frames. -14. Yep, -14 on block. Which is worse than most while standing launchers. Well, not most, I shouldn't say that. It's worse than quite a few though. 15 frame while standing launchers at that speed that aren't like super high damaging ones or homing like Kazuya's. Yeah, that is a little weird. I guess it's because he gives him Starburst, so you can save your Starburst off of it maybe. While standing 3 is knockdown on normal hit? Oh yeah, it is. So it's just like an interesting little tool you could have to wall splat at the wall, and it tracks like okay to one side. It looks like so. Whoosh, right? This guy has good range, really good range, right? At least one back dash away, so decent range. And it's only -5 on block, but I thought so. Check out that sequence, huh? You like that one? There we go. Wow. It hits him in the air, so no counter hit properties. No counter hit stun on that one. Okay, and it does lose to the 12 frame high. That gives him the counter hit properties. Alright. This is only -5, so... Yep, -5. There you have it. Alright, now we have the primary low poke. Sidestep 4. +3 on hit, -11 on block, and on counter hit. More frame advantage, I think. Looks like it's the same animation, so it might be the same thing. And it's +3 on hit with forcing crouch. How can I test this?
He's still standing, right? So. That's a 60 frame startup. Why is he jabbing? No, don't jab, man. What am I doing? Right? Yeah. Okay. +3 on hit and counter hit. -11. All right. And the thing about this is you're sidestepping to do it, so it probably tracks fairly well. Like no matter which way he goes right. Okay, so I'm gonna go the opposite direction. It's gonna clip. I'll go the same direction. It's gonna clip. If he walks, same thing here. Yep. Same thing here. No matter how off axis we are, it's gonna track. So this is a good low poke. It is slow, and he is still standing, so it could be interrupted with jabs and shit like that. Still, you gotta respect this as a low poke. With a low period too, of course. From special move, Starbursts. Here we go. Here's the Starburst stuff. This is the one I'm curious about. It's the only one I haven't looked at. So you cannot fake that. You have to commit to it. I wonder if it's like ogres. Yeah. It doesn't cause that weird ass sidestep though like ogres did. Can you backdash it too? Yeah, okay. Can you interrupt it? No, you cannot interrupt it on block. What about if it hits you? Okay, it's guaranteed if it hits you. So, you have to be ready to sidestep this on block. Alright? You have to be ready. Either way, maybe? Either direction? Yeah. Backdash works too. Ah, backdash shouldn't come out. Oof. Maybe don't backdash. It worked that one time, but man, you gotta like really. Yeah, I did it that one time because I spaced maybe. Yeah, do the sidestep for consistency's sake. It'll be fucked up if Gigas can't sidestep that. That would be so fucked up. All right, that's the last of it. Starburst, right? Yeah. I didn't check out Standing 3, did I? Anything unique about this? No. He doesn't have a string off of it, does he? It's not even listed here. Yeah, no. Standing 3 is just a generic ass, regular ass Standing 3. A move worth ignoring. Oh man, he pushes back though. Doesn't even look like it pushes back much. Yet another one of those. Doesn't look like it gives much frame advantage on hit. It's actually negative on hit. Alright, not quite that negative. But 15 frame move is beating him clean. So it's negative maybe 1 on wait. If a 15 frame move is if a 15 frame move is beating him clean, but a 17 frame move he's beating clean, that means a 16 frame move would exchange. So he's negative 1 on hit off of this. On that. Weird. But it's yet another one of those that on block you can set up the good old hopkick bullshit. It's 12 frame startup. Alright. Next we got throws. Any questions? Shazat. Nope, no questions. We're almost done here. And then we'll get to the E3 goodness. How long have I been at it? Quite a while, haven't I? Only one low to worry about. Common theme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth hit is the low. And then it goes low high. So I would just low parry the low. It's a lot of mids before then though. I think I'm going to use Claudio and make a guy with him in the future. I've been using Shaheen and Katarina a lot. I don't think I have a main right now. I've been playing Katarina the most, but like I'm no good with her. It takes me a while to like muscle memory characters, you know, a long time. So Claudio is definitely one of the people I'm going to be cycling in my usage here. Right. That breaks your neutral guard. Okay. That does break your neutral guard. If you hit the low and you're not holding back, the rest of it will connect. So hold back. Let's look through his throws. That's a interesting looking throw. Keeps him right in front of him. Ooh, that looks like it would break a floor. But he recovers crouch. He recovers on the floor, I mean, sorry. Interesting. Okay. At least everything keeps people close. Yeah, there's a little bit of distance, but everything seems to keep everyone kind of close. You know, kind of close. So I didn't test floor break. I have not tested wall combos, and I have not tested mids that hit grounded. I'll do his mids that hit grounded, and then I'll call it. I'm definitely going to take another look at this character after I play him a lot more. And I think I'll make like a nice little edited together guide when I do, sometime in the long future. You want to restart settings. Oh yeah, that's one thing I didn't test actually that I should look at right now. Rage Jar is that. So his rage drive is off of the... Oh, it's off of that string. And he goes into the dash? Does that mean what I think it means? Let's look at this real quick. Wait, what? Wait, was this not a natural combo? Am I crazy? Or is it because he's in rage? What the fuck? I made a big mistake. This is not going to be your long-range Punisher. Ah, fuck. I fucked up. God damn it.
Ugh.
All these changing of the dummy options. Whatever. I'll have to put a little note in the description. Or maybe I should add an annotation. Damn it. That sucks. It's a good thing I checked this. So that's not your long range whiff punishing. How does this work? This is only for juggles then? How the hell do you do his rage drive? Weird. It's like a focus attack dash cancel or a maximal cancel. This might give him fucked up wall combos if I were to guess. Like, what would the wall combo be? I don't know. I guess not. I don't know. That could just be some sort of combo center that gives him cool shit.
Il mio potere. Il mio potere. Il mio potere.
Alright. I was curious about the range. I'm pissed about the back 4-2. I don't know how I missed that. I must be out of it. Ugh, that's a big fuck up. Alright, so we already know 3+4 hits grounded. Alright, what else do we got here? So he has a low that hits grounded. Good. Knocks him away though. He has another low that hits grounded. Side step 4, hits grounded. Good. Side step 4. Side step 3+4 maybe. Not quite. Back forward. No. Seems like 3+4 is your go-to mid. To hit grounded. Damn, that looks like it should work. Not at any angle. Yeah. So it's gonna be it's gonna be your juice. This versus this, or this, depending on how you want to go about it. The cool thing is they're kind of slow. But the thing what you want to be careful with something like this is if they were to tech in certain situations, you were to commit to that. Well, first of all, it's unsafe on block. Second of all, there are situations where they can tech and avoid it and then launch you if you time it poorly. So if you set them to like this shit. Right? You kind of want to try to time it right, because then in that situation right there, you'd get launched. So if you were to set that up for Oki for something. So yeah, I mean, that's Claudio for now. Got a lot of cheap shit. Unfortunately, this is not a whiff punisher like I thought, like I was hoping. Too good to be true. It's safe on block, so I guess that does make sense. They wouldn't want to give him that. But hey, he still has good range on my other stuff. Shoulder not so much. But I am gonna call it there. I'll be uploading this to YouTube. I hope you guys enjoy E3 because I know a bunch of you are watching it. I got some shit to take care of, so I'm heading out of here. Take it easy, people. Take it easy. Take it easy, people. Until next time. Adios.